What's good, everybody? What's going on? What's up? What's up, man? Shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for holding tight for me, man. I had to come back and actually knock out some work. Yeah, that's right. Your boy had to finish up some work. I know life don't stop, man. Appreciate everybody for coming out tonight, man. I shout out to everybody, man. I had a chance to meet tonight at the meet and greet. If you guys haven't had a chance, go ahead and hit that video, man. But while we at it, while I got your attention, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, share button. Let's get it popping, man. We were up 13. Shocker, man. It took a second to get over that loss. The women lost to Southern. I hate losing to Southern in anything, actually. Don't really make no difference what it is. But just a very disappointing loss, man. A lot of ways we could have played, the end of that game to possibly not have that outcome. But hey, man, let me tell y'all something. Woulda, coulda, shoulda don't really cut it. I tend to believe that God's will is sovereign, man, and no matter what we think, feel, big shot by Grambling. We were up, man, on Grambling by 13, and now we're down 4 with 12, a little over 12 minutes to go in the game. Man, maybe the men can pull it out. We did have a foul to give. We'll break that down, man. It sucks, man, to lose that way. That team was so much better than the showing that they had in the tournament, obviously. And if I keep looking over here, I actually got I got the game on my phone right now. But anywho, shout out to you guys, man. TGIF, on the road again, and I'm here. Had to make it to the meet and greet and quick trip in and out. And then back to the crib, man. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how we get down, man. So just a commitment to, the vision that we've set out in front of everything that we've discussed in regards to these student athletes, and using this platform to help with that. It's tough, man. That was tough. That was a tough way to lose, man. I just, somebody had been someone that played basketball my entire life since I was a kid, and just so many different scenarios. I know Zoe probably be on here in a little bit, but we talked about it briefly. What can you say now, But, 5.4 seconds to go, you're up by 2, foul to give. You foul when you come across the half court. I'm a fouler. I'm a fouler, point blank, period. If you foul it with 2 minutes to go, 2 seconds to go in the game, now they got to take the ball out and they got to reset. And contrary to popular belief, if it was me, I'm gonna foul again, actually, or defend. I don't know, man. It's just a couple different ways you could end that game. I wouldn't have let them get a shot off if it was up to me, but theoretically, just use your foul to give and make them reset the ball with a little under 2 seconds, right around 2 seconds, maybe a minute and 1.8. They get it. They got to do a desperation heave. You don't allow them to get the ball inside the paint with 1.8, and then you just play tough nose defense. Put your largest person in the game on the ball and make them have to throw the ball over them. I would have put Angel Jackson in the game and let her defend the out of bounds person, and 1 or 2 seconds to go in the game to get a shot off, and you got to throw it over my 6'6" center. If you make it happen and you catch it and you shoot it. A half court heave, whatever. I live with those results, but I know Coach Tamika Reed's a great coach, and she's gonna lose some sleep about that one, because I can tell you now that was a tough way to lose, especially when you had but given the fact that this team was loaded with talent, I just firmly believe that she trusted her team to go out and make a play, and sometimes that's the way it goes, man. The young lady still had to make the shot, but ain't no way in the heck I'm going to let her dribble the ball from by my bench all the way up to the 3-point line. That ain't happening, especially with a foul to give. So maybe she told them that and they just got lost in the moment. Sometimes that happens. Hell, Chris Webber, who played a Hall of Fame career and even in college, called a timeout in a crucial moment in a championship game. And they did a documentary on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care how you say it. Cognitive dissonance is always woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I only had a, but it just don't work that way. We live life in the moment. Contrary to popular belief, we sometimes think we don't get do-overs. We kind of got to live it. You either get it right or you screw it up, and then you learn from it. But sometimes your greatest lessons come from your biggest defeats, and this was a tough one, especially to lose to Southern. It wasn't a championship game, but semifinals. Hopefully they get an NIT berth, man. The team had a great season, to finish 21-9, only lost 2 conference games, including this game today. I'm pretty sure if you ask any other coach in this conference, they'll take a season like this any day. But to have a chance to win the tournament is tough. They still win the regular season. Hopefully they did enough to advance. Now, if they do get a W, I mean, not a W, but if they do get a WNIT berth, they might have a better chance of winning, more games than maybe they would have had in the NCAA tournament, But we don't know, We'll see. We'll see. I hope so. I hope the season isn't over. I hope they get a chance. So WNIT is automatic. What I'm not gonna do is Luckett has some tough baskets, man. But I'm not attacking no players, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll let y'all, it is what it is, man. They call it, that's right, Nook. They call it March Madness for a reason, man. It's win or go home. My goodness, dude. Like dude threw the ball over. Listen, man, it's different. It's a different scenario when it's win or go home. You won game, you lose, it's a whole different mindset when if you lose, you play 15 more games. But, when your season is on the line, your nerves get the best of you, and you see some players get out of character. And like I said, we don't kill the players, man. It ain't gonna change anything, If you got the best explanation or the best gripe, it ain't gonna change the outcome. So I'm pretty sure these players are probably way more hard on themselves than you guys are. So I would just say, hey, look, man, let's lift them up. You know how this is the internet age we live in. People gonna be talking. Oh, nice. Said the regular season. Okay, there you go. Regular season championship team gets an automatic berth at NIT. There you go, man. So I rocks with it, man. I like that. I wasn't quite sure how that was. I just kind of paused on everything after we lost and was just like, damn, to lose that way. A buzzer beater. I mean, hell of a victory for the other team, And shit, they having a great night. You know what I'm saying? And now my trip to Birmingham is in jeopardy now. I don't know, man. The men gotta pull it off, man. We down by 3. Just missed the free throw. So up 13, down by 3 with a little over 10 minutes to go in the game. We'll see what happens, man. I got faith in this team, man. Coach Mo has been very impressive. And it ain't over till it's over. They call him. Yeah, Gremlin's got the momentum, man, and it's just like we let them get back in the game, and now it looks like they've taken control of the game or whatnot. That's what it looks like, at least. But the ticky-tack foul calling, man, is just ridiculous, man. But whatever. Anywho, let's get it rolling, man. Great meet and greet tonight. Like I said, it's a tough one, man. Tough way to lose, man. Tough way to lose. It definitely disrupted my spirit a little bit. It is what it is, man. What you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? I hate that for the girls because they pretty darn good, man. So let's see who we get who they get a chance to play against. Bro, how is that not a? Well, I'm finna say I know dang well that's a foul. And we're in the bonus, so we're in the bonus shooting free throws the rest of the game with a little over 10. The only bad part about that is we are a suspect free throw shooting team. So you know what I mean. Anywho, let's get into a little something, man. Great meet and greet today, man. I appreciate Miss Kaylin, man. Rock star, superstar, man. It's a pleasure to work with her. It's a pleasure to get out here and set things up for these young men, bro. It was a great turnout. Appreciate everybody that came out. And just like I said, we get free throws and we can't make them. So it don't make any difference that you're in the bonus. You can't make free throws. It's irrelevant. It's a wasted possession. So it's almost like you'd rather just foul. If they foul us, it's a win for them because they get the ball back. So anywho, I'm gonna pause on basketball for a minute. You guys are probably watching the game, man, watching this, and we'll go from there. So, you know, we hope our man can pull it off. But great, and look at that missed layup, big three, made it. Ken Evans for three, down by 3, 9.5 to go in the game. Shout out to K5, man. Shout out to Niles, Big Daddy Gaddy, man. Now he's picked up some weight, man. Shout out to Big Daddy. I know he said he was gonna get that boy on that weight on that regiment, man. He definitely looked like he's up to about 248, 250, and just like that, they gave him another 3-pointer, man. We just Gremlin's in the groove right now. We gotta stop him, you know. It's so hard for me to watch basketball these days, man. I promise y'all it is. Because, you know, I feel like the talent level, the skill level is just is not what it used to be. Not necessarily talking about our players. It's just the game has changed so much, you know. Just the fundamentals of the game just suffers, man, because I don't know. I don't know if it's AAU. I don't know if it's a 3-point ball. I don't know what it is, man. Freelance security guard, my ASS. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all joking, but ain't no freelance security guard gonna be that fresh. So you put that in your pipe and smoke it. No, but shout out to Kaylin and the whole gang for putting this together. Shout out to Chris Jeweler, man. It's good brothers. If you guys catch the video on the page, you guys have seen that. Who's the troll? Somebody's a troll in here. Yeah, y'all go ahead and zap them. Yeah, tonight ain't the night. You're gonna get zapped today, baby. Yeah, you know. I don't even. You know what, man? I'm gonna say it like this right here. If somebody make one stupid comment, zap them. Ain't no do-overs. Ain't no. Yeah, I'm sick of that. We're not doing that today at all. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. It's almost like you feel like we need to win this game because the girls lost. The women lost, I mean. Not girls. Pardon me for that. Apologize. Since our women lost, man, it would definitely make me feel better if the men win tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just to make things just balance it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think the consensus was, there we go. Anyway, man. I'm gonna turn this game off and y'all tell me what the score is. I ain't gonna be able to talk because I can't watch that, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lock in on y'all. Apologize for that, bro, but I cannot watch. Yeah, Turnovers drive me insane, man. They just drive me insane, bro. You scratch it, you rub a hole in your damn head. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out. Whew, my goodness, man. All right, come on. Let me shake it off. Let's shake that shit off, man. Oh, I just saying, man. We do, bro. It's so, all right. What can you really say? We're gonna talk about a lot tonight, man. Once I get my mind right, we're talking about Jackson State, and we opened up with the women taking the L, and we'll go from there. Yeah, it'll pass, bro. Yeah, man. I ain't. Y'all just give me a score. I ain't gonna look at it no more. If we win, I'll celebrate after the fact, but I'm done looking at it. But anywho, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to shake it off, and I messed around and looked, and it disrupted my spirit, man. This is why I don't. This is why I watch. You know, sometimes I just watch the score now because it's just so hard to. It's easier to watch a game that you don't have any emotional investment in because it's just like, all right, whatever. Yeah, bro. It looked like it. Yeah, I was definitely planning on going to Birmingham tomorrow. Still might. Man, don't the 85. That has nothing to do with nothing. It just if that was the case, we wouldn't like. People are so stupid, man. People listen. People say anything. You know what I mean? Moderators. Let me block this person right here. If I gotta block somebody, man, then what do I need moderators for? I don't have any moderators in here tonight. Because who the hell is this Teta Whitish? I've been seeing them in the comments. Do I not have any moderators in here tonight? Do I need to make people some more moderators? Like, if I gotta block them, then what do I need moderators for? Yeah, bro. We getting everybody out of this. Sis, appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let's get locked in, man. Yeah, hey, catch anybody in the comments, bro, that's trolling, man, and zap they behind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, maybe they not on tonight or something. I don't know. Somebody just I'll take note of that, sis. And bro, I'm gonna definitely I may need to add some more because I don't want to have to monitor the chat and have people in here talking smack, bro. I ain't got no time for that. So I got a whole list of folks. Yeah, I just blocked them myself. So yeah, just stay on top of that. I can't do it right now, but whenever later, I'll go ahead and I'll look at a couple more. I'll add a few more folks in there. Yeah. Watch the chat, man. And I don't mean somebody that doesn't. Now, again, when it comes to like moderating and monitoring the page, you don't want to. We're not zapping nobody that has a difference of opinion. I'm okay with that. Yeah, sis, I'm gonna definitely make Tiff one. Every night, so I got you. Yeah. I gotta definitely, y'all. Yeah, I gotta line. Make sure y'all know how I think. We don't want to zap anybody that got a difference of opinion, but we're not doing no trolling. One trolling and you out of here. I'm sick of that. We ain't done enough of that. We ain't got time for that. But anyway, major event, man. I just want to say, got a chance to meet new wide receiver, Brandon, and tall cat, man. Very bright kid. Enjoyed talking to him. Transfer from Idaho State came through. Apologize to anyone. I made it around 5, so apologize to anyone that came in at exactly between 4 and 5, and I missed you. So definitely wanted to get by and mix it up with you guys and get to meet you just kind of go from there. But I'm happy that I did get a chance to make it. It was a great turnout. You know, all the T-shirts, and Gaddy sold all the sauce. Still owe me a thing of sauce now. I gotta get some of that sauce. But it was, like I said, it was a good turnout, great event, and we looking forward to the next one. You know what I mean? So definitely some good brothers, man, and invited them out to the blue and white finale. I guess let me put that up real quick. Oh, hey sis, thank you for the donation. Again, like I said, I apologize, y'all. I had to like literally regroup because it get a bit intense. But yeah, we got Guard the Yard Blue and White week finale, April 15th. So we are officially 1 month and 5 days away. So a little over a month away. We got the Blue and White week. Also, man, AD Robinson dropped this. I don't have any of those. I didn't take any, whatchamacallit. I didn't take a screenshot of this, but I've already purchased a whole, sponsor a whole, KC 1400 media. Obviously, we're gonna sponsor a whole in the Ashley Robinson WC Gordon Golf Classic. That's gonna be on the 12th. When is that? The 13th. It's got to be 13th if 15th is Saturday. So somebody check that in. Somebody put the date in the chat. And matter of fact, man, yeah, man, that Gaddy got that barbecue sauce, man. The Big Daddy here, we'll get him. It's on the 12th. Wait a minute, is that Wednesday? Bro, I got to look at the calendar now because I'm a little, wow. They put it for the 12th. They did do that. Okay, all right, we'll be playing on Wednesday then. Look like I'm going to take vacation that week. Yeah, it is. There it is. Give me a sec, y'all. I'm gonna actually post this on the. I'm gonna post this on the stream real quick. Give me just a second. So y'all see me, Marcus, Zoe, Toronte. We'll be out there shanking balls. Y'all better go buy some extra balls too, bro. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, baby. You're gonna lose a lot of balls if you don't know what you're doing, dog. I mean, I got a fairly decent, a decent game, but there it is right there, man. Register online. Go JSUTigers.com/WGolf, WCAR Golf, WCAR Golf. So WC Ashley Robinson Golf Tournament. That's what it is. WCAR. And it's on a Wednesday. Usually it's on a Thursday. That's why I was so shocked. I'm sorry, y'all. I was definitely shocked because I was assuming it was going to be on a. I was assuming it was going to be that Thursday. So I was thinking it was going to be. So what this means, if you ask me, is that more than likely they're probably going to have. It says you can come out. See, look at you stunned. It's in my hood. I'm gonna come and look out the back door. He's stunned. We know you big time. You know what I'm saying? On the golf course. What's happening, Nicola? Hey, there you go. Nice meeting you. Great meeting you today. Yeah, man. Definitely going. I can't wait to get home for that, man. It's gonna be fun, man. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something else coming down the pipe. We got the blue and white game, and actually we got an A&D. We got the AD club. The AD club is gonna have a. If you're in the AD club, you should have gotten an email regarding the the little. I guess you call it not little, but the reception. The reception event. I think that's Friday night. So it's going to be action-packed, man. I can't wait, man. I plan on being here really the whole week in essence. But let me see. We were looking at the baseball tailgate. the previous Saturday, April 8th versus the Rattlers out of Tallahassee. So we'll see. At Chris Jewelers today, it was nice and sweet. It was, man. It was. So, anywho, so yeah, man. Blue and white game, obviously. The 15th, 3 p.m. And yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. All right. Those are my preliminaries. Don't live in Whisper Lake. I'm on the other Madison course. Well, I mean, hey, you the one said you was gonna come outside and look out your back door. What was real nasty? Oh, the Grambling kid just took a nasty fall. Yeah, bro. What's the score? Did he get hurt? Yeah, we down, man. Good luck to them. Yeah, I'll do better off just talking to y'all, man. It's hard. It's hard to I really just I got my partner from Louisiana. Shout out to everybody, man, that's been a part of this collective effort. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. We're doing some big things over here, man. We're doing some big things with this platform. And it's always the old ladies. I don't know what that means, bro. I'll say this, man. I'm really getting sick and tired of people who we have a lot of people that at this point, man, that really want to see Jackson State fail. They don't really care what sport it is or whatever. They just want to see us fail. That's just how it goes, man. And we gotta be okay with that. We gotta just get through it. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? What's doing?
Hey, you know what, bro? You just reminded me of something. I'm actually glad you came on. I need to pick me up, bro. So is that who name on the back of that jersey? Lindsey Hunter? I knew it. So you got Lindsey Hunter.
Wow.
Okay, I see you. Shout out to my boy.
You already know who.
Craig from Jersey Wave. You know he did that. I got something for you. I got something for you, dog. I got something for you, baby. I don't want to hear nothing now.
Well, I don't even want to look. I'm like you on the game. I don't want to look.
Let me take this thing off. Your boy come through for me now. Let me take this thing off. Let me show you something.
Look. I'm like you. You don't want to watch the game. I don't want to look at I don't want to look at you put the jersey on right now.
Y'all see that right there? You see that? You see that right there, boy?
It's all good.
See that right there, boy? Hold on. You see who name on the back of that thing, boy? You see? Hey, shout out to Coach TC Taylor, man. Shout out to Coach TC, man. Shout out to. Hold on, man. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I need to pick me up, dog. I'm right here, man, struggling because of that loss. All right, let's switch this thing up a little bit. All right, let's. There we go.
All right.
Feeling a little bit better now, man.
Don't worry about it.
Feel a little bit better now, man. Feel a little bit better, man. Shout out to Craig, man. Boy, we just eclipsed a nice little total, man. Shout out to so look, man. Let me throw it. I'm gonna say this, bro. We doing something, bro, that ain't never been done before right now. And we using, we doing it through this platform. I want to remind everybody that although we cover Jackson State, this platform is not affiliated with Jackson State, nor is it affiliated with any organization that is attached to the university. It's not. It's not. This is Ken Clark. KC 1400 is Ken Clark. 1400 is the address. I'm part of the 1400 Club, but this is a separate venture. Also co-host Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. That's what we doing, bro. Right? So, I'm gonna put the football stadium back on if y'all don't mind, since I'm in my TC Taylor jersey. He was TC Taylor was doing his thing in this same stadium right here. So I gotta make sure I rep for Coach. And yeah. I feel a little bit better now since you come on here with your jersey. Since we don't rep the legends. It's Flashback Friday anyway. You feel me? Flashback Friday. We down, man. It's 4 minutes to go. We down by 7. Yeah, man. It's so much for going to Birmingham. I guess it wasn't meant for me to go to Alabama. And like every time I try to go to Alabama, some bull junk always happen, man.
Just ain't meant to be, man.
This ain't meant to be, bro. That sucks. Still can go, but I don't want to go see no. I don't care about the team. We still got a little time, so maybe we could. Old boy just hit a jump shot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off again. I tried to put it back on. Like we're gonna. Yeah. Anywho, what's on your mind, bro? Hey, listen, man. Listen to anyone. I really don't. I never really push this publicly, but we're gonna do it anyway, Nook. And we're gonna do it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It sucks for basketball to end the way that it ended. I wanted to see the women. I wanted to see that rematch between Coach Dunn, who is a Jack State Tiger, man. She's coaching at Arkansas Pine Bluff, and looks like she got her team up. I'm rooting for Arkansas Pine Bluff tomorrow.
I think they're gonna win.
I'm rooting for them to win because, like I said, Coach Dunn. Thornton is an alum. She played at Jackson State, and hopefully she win that thing, man. The women, they play really good defense, and that team came to play.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But here's the thing, man. NIL is a new thing, and we want to get active. We really want to get active in that space because our student athletes should be afforded the same opportunities as those athletes that choose to go to a PWI, whatever the case may be. And here's a misconception about NIL, bro. People think that just because you go to a Power 5 or a group of 5 or FBS school that you're gonna somehow get an NIL deal.
Mm-hmm.
Not the case. A lot of the NIL stuff is usually for the top
tier guys,
top tier athletes. And not every athlete is going to get that. Is getting that type of opportunity. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you go to a PWI, you got 85 scholarships, possibly, extra, 15 to 20 kids, give or take, preferred walk-ons. We don't know. So you're talking about 100 kids, man. And unless there's some type of NIL in place that allows everybody to get paid, it's still only going to be the select few that's going to get the real money, the real opportunity. So If you really that kid, you can go anywhere and get that same thing.
NIL. Yep, that is true.
So there's a lot of kids that left Jackson State after our previous coach and followed him. The question I would ask is, how many of those kids that signed got NIL deals? I don't know. Do they have the money to do pay for play? They do. But are they paying everybody? Everybody ain't getting the same bag, bro.
No.
Everybody ain't getting the same bag. So, with that, it's like,
at least I haven't seen it.
It is what it is. So here's what I'm saying. There's different collectives, right? Most people don't know we starting a collective, bro. And by that we mean,
off to a good start.
Just off to a dope start, man. So I'll say this: if you're interested in more information in regards to the collective, man, shoot me an email, and we'll definitely chop it up, man, and we'll definitely rap about what we're doing, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody who is a part of the conversation right now, who is a part of what we're doing, bro. And I know the student athletes might, if be patient, hang tight, and just know that you got some people that's out there working. Sis, how you doing? What's going on? What it do? I'm over here. I'm in pain, sis.
I'm sad. My heart hurt.
We don't want to see that wall tonight. We gotta get you a background.
Man.
That's the wrong wall tonight. God.
I know. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. I had to go get a whole new glass of wine. It's my second one. Listen. Oh my God. It's okay. It's a learning experience.
Oh,
What did we learn?
It happens. I'll just say, hey, let's celebrate those ladies, young queens, the same way we celebrate them when they win. When we beating the crap out of people, let's uplift them, because I promise you, ain't nobody hurting worse than them.
Yeah, they distraught right now.
Yeah,
feel you that. Yeah,
we just calling the game from the TV and from the couch, man. They actually have their foot in that, So.
Yeah. Well, I feel how many seniors did we have on the team? How many Marcus? How many seniors did we have on the team?
I think we had 3 or 4 of them.
I know. Yeah, Maya Crump, Covington, Angel Jackson, Daphne White.
Yeah, we had about might have
Kashana, that's 5.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6.
But can Maya Crump get another year?
Who?
Can Maya Crump get another year?
I don't know. To be determined, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't
know how the medical red shirt and stuff work.
I'm saying it's gonna be a situation next year. They're gonna have a fight, but it's definitely a learning experience. It's when you win so much, it's a shock to your system. My little heart was on fire, and I was like, okay, this is how we end, and I turned it off.
The loss is how we lost that got me. I mean, most people say they rather lose, they rather get blown out than to lose like that.
Yeah,
for sure. I agree with you on that. That's for sure. I want to say, I got some messages. Listen, I'm so grateful that the messages that I've gotten in my back channel from Instagram. I just want to.
I'm glad you. I didn't mean to cut you off. I mean set you up on that. Because I don't know.
I was talking about the good ones, not the bad ones.
No. Let's start with the bad ones first. There's a reason I want you to start with the bad one. Forget, we for real. I'm gonna say this because like I told you, and I'm gonna set this up for you. I'm actually glad I'm locked in now. The men gonna take a L, and it is what it is. It's cool, man. So it is what it is. Whatever, right? So, Zoe got the same message. So we had a really good show on Wednesday, March 8th. I got an echo, by the way.
Mute me.
I got an echo. Testing. Yeah, I think that was you. Yeah, that's you, Rochelle. So I apologize for just a second. We're going to give a shout out to the men and the women. Look like both of them taking the L today, so they'll go home, and it'll be the end of their season. Women should get a NIT berth, and we'll see. We'll see. This is the end of the SWAC tournament for them. Somebody else will win, and it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so Zoe hit me up, and Zoe was like, bro, I got a message, and he read me the message. And because I know the message that he read me, when you shared me the screenshot of the message, Rochelle, it was the same message. So I'm gonna just say it like this. What's going on, brother Bakari? I'll be with you in just a second. Listen, there's some people that watch us, and I just want to tell you while looking on the screen that you're a coward. I just want to say that because, first of all, it amazes me how people love to come and tell people they don't know what they're talking about. And then when you ask them how do they know, they're using words that somebody else said. Not something that they saw, not something that they can prove. And they really think that their opinion holds more weight than the actual truth and the actual facts and so forth and so on. So people went into their inboxes, and if they watching, I ain't worried about them coming in mine because I'm gonna give them the Matumbo slap. I'm gonna block the heck out of them, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take your IG profile and I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna post it on the next video. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I try to tell you folks, you stay out of my inbox. I don't play like that. I'm tired, man. I'm just for real. Like people are getting stupid now. You know what I'm saying? Coming in there, talking about this, talking about that. And then people want to talk about we wasn't nothing before, comedy and bring up all this.
Oh, that's what killed me.
So Rochelle, I'm going to shut up and let you speak to that. And then we'll get to the because I wanted to get the bull junk out the way. And then we'll follow that up with a pick me up.
Well, I don't know who the young man was, but I don't. The text was so long that I was like, because I thought like, wait, what? And what's funny is that I can't say he did reference me as Miss Rochelle, so I can't say even though he's definitely a supporter. So I just I don't do text messages. So I said I called him and he didn't answer the phone, right? And so I said, I don't do text messages, but if you want to have an intellectual conversation, let's talk. And I didn't hear back from him. But I thought it was kind of interesting because it was just, I'm amazed that people just hear what they have selective hearing. And I was like, we never, a whole hour, y'all just, Dion. I think what, are y'all going to take back? I don't know if it was him. Someone said, are y'all going to take back the 2 rings that he gave you? That was another, I was like, wait, what? But it was interesting. Y'all didn't talk about anything that Jackson State did wrong to him. And what about your president? You didn't have an out about him. I'm like, well, right now, the president is on leave. We don't know nothing yet. But it was kind of interesting. So I just shared. I was like, okay.
But the same one came to me.
Okay.
You got an inbox too?
About are y'all gonna take back the 2 championships he gave and all that? That's the same one.
No, idiot. We're not.
No, we're not. Matter of fact, we're gonna enjoy those 2 championships.
No, we're not. So people don't listen, bro. They act like because what's happening, bro?
Great day at it though, somewhat, but we good. We got some good news.
Hey, hold on, because I already know what y'all addressing. So, hey, clown, because I know you watch it right now, because you got to be a sorry MF to send me a inbox, and then your little punk ass turn around and delete it.
No, he sent it to Rochelle. The same thing that you was telling me that he said. You know what I mean?
That's the one that called me a punk.
Hey man, let me tell you how weak you are. You so weak, and you a dude with girly parts, bro. For real. You see how you send a DM, and then you send a DM and turn around and delete it. I can have a lot of close words for you, but I ain't finna get my man kicked off. But you are such a girly dude. That's the best I can put. You
You towing the line with that one anyway. You can't use we leave all the gender stuff out because boy.
Hey, YBY. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go. No, man. But honestly, bro, it's one of it's one of those things where people can't handle, opposing viewpoints. Like we have social media has done a number on people, man, to really like people live in an alternative reality now. You know what I'm saying? It's like once again, and we're not gonna spend no time talking about that. We're not gonna go back through that. We've already explained it. If you want to know where we stand on everything, go back to the show from 3-8. And we're gonna leave it at that. So I don't want to go down that road with, bringing up the gentleman that we spoke on Wednesday. We said we was gonna stop talking and we're gonna wait. So the date is 3-8.
I wish I would get mad about somebody typing.
Yeah, we're gonna stop until they talk about us.
Yeah, no. I'm saying the date is 3-8, and we're gonna come back and let y'all know exactly what it's like clockwork now. But I did want to allow y'all opportunity to respond to that. But it's foolishness, man. People get in your inbox, man, and I see it in the comments every day. And I'm like, I'm telling y'all, I be having a triple double because I be blocking all of them, Michelle.
I ain't blocking nothing. Y'all can come in my DM.
I ain't blocking them either, man. I welcome it.
Guess what? I'm built for it. I got rhinoceros skin. I wish I might be bothered by what somebody say about
block them off this page. I ain't say social media. I
bring it to me. Bring all of it to me. Bring all of it to me.
So you're a 6'4" mirror?
Man, I'm a 6'4" mirror. I can take all of it. Give it to me. Give me your best work. Give me the best you can get. Man, give it to me.
I'm not even tripping on them.
You got the right one.
So now I can do my positive part. I just was tickled. So when he told me you got the same thing, so I was cracking up. So last week someone asked me, because I mentioned about for people that are having a hard time sleeping. So I take this tea and I put it in the chat. It works really well. But sleepy time tea, and this is an extra sleepy time. I don't know if y'all can see it. There you go. It really does relaxes your body and helps you go to sleep at night. And I did say I was going to do on my channel, maybe the first thing I could do, I do something called nighttime affirmations. And it's just something to help our minds rest, because some of us be thinking so much and it's hard for us to go to sleep. Or when we do go to sleep, when we open up our mind, when we open up our eyes, I've had to go to the bathroom, our brain is racing again. Shut up, Zoe. So I wanted to personally thank those who sent me some messages. I'm just grateful. I'm really grateful that y'all gave me a space to help people, and we're gonna normalize therapy for my people. Shut up, Zoe.
You gonna sit and lie to all these people? That what you need to go sleep? You gonna lie to these people? That what you need to go sleep?
No. It does. It relaxes. I'm an herbalist, and like I use raw honey for like right here is the allergies is really bad. Like this is probably one of the worst. I understand that Atlanta is really bad. They were showing me pictures of pollen on people's cars, which is crazy to me. Mm-hmm. But I don't take any drugs. I use natural honey. Honey is a natural honey in your area. And here's one right here. My neighbor had a bee farm. But when you put honey builds up your immune system because it's made from the pollen from your city. And I don't take drugs. I haven't sneezed in like 5 years. I believe in nature. Listen. Before there was drugs, God gave us everything we needed. I believe every herb, every plant has a purpose. We just don't know what it is. Now I'm done speaking.
Hey, real quick. What's up, babe? What's up? I'm gonna come to you, Al B225. What's up, dog? No, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't. No. I know. They want to say bear down the hill. All right,
Hey, Kid, don't hate, baby. Congratulate.
I'm trying to tell him.
I'm about to mute all y'all.
Don't act like you went on the phone with me so earlier.
We're gonna come back to the bear stuff. Give me just.
Can I ask you a question?
No, hold on, Michelle. Y'all, hold on. Brother Bakari, you up?
What?
Hold tight.
What's going on, man? What's up?
We just lost. What's going on?
Imani Waquenu. Look, the men just lost. Yeah, what I was going to talk about, I'm going to look at the bright side for the women, right? With building her program the way she's building it, they actually got a chance to win the NIT. Think about it. In all honesty, you building your program, of course you want to win the tournament and go to the NCAA tournament. But man, you know how big that would be if they even just get you but I believe they can win the NIT. But you know how big that'll be if they get to the Madison Square Garden and play in the Final Four, the NIT though. And you know they was gonna pit them against the number one seed. They was gonna give them a bad seed in the NCAA tournament anyway, right? So this is a chance for them to play and win, and it's gonna help recruit. And if everything roll right, we can win the women's NIT tournament. That's what I'm hoping for. Not that I want them to lose, but I saw the future in them losing. I saw the future of the program in them losing. I can see her building. Even if you just look at how the NIT is, people that win the NIT go to the Final Four. Look at them the next year. They normally get into the NCAA tournament the next year and win a game or maybe two. I just see the future in her when they lost. Not that I wanted them to lose, but I see something bigger. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to see I saw the brighter side of losing.
I appreciate that, and I'm gonna say this: if what Zoe and I talked about could have been a possibility, then I'm gonna do a rain dance. That's why you know what I'm talking about too. All right, y'all can have y'all bear moment.
If they make it to that, they're gonna be a fire under them that's gonna be sick.
Yeah. All right. Let me.
Oh, we unmuted now. Oh, my bad.
Oh, y'all let me have your Bears moment. The Bears traded the first pick, so damn it, go.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I thought about you when I saw it.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Yes, they did.
Hey, I had to hear Rochelle.
Hey, when I called,
he got that number one receiver from Carolina too.
Yeah.
Hey, I had called
and a whole more.
Yeah, buddy.
And a whole more.
Damn good trade.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just came on because y'all said y'all was doing the legend, so I said, well, I happen to have a little something.
Hey, I see you.
So I said, let me go ahead and represent the way I should represent with the sweetness. And it's authentic.
You know what? I actually had my sweetness shirt on all day today.
Oh, it's a bird. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I did.
Hey, man. This one right here is we gonna
represent my shirt on all day.
Like I said, that's fire. Fire for straight fire, kid. Straight fire.
Nah, that's shout out to so listen, y'all. Shout out to my boy Craig, man, from the Jersey Wave. Man,
I got to hit him up too.
Fire stuff, bro.
I gotta hit him up. I gotta hit him up and get a few things.
Man.
Oh my
yes, sir.
God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All day today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's in the heart, but you know. But yeah.
Somebody said Carolina. They tricked Carolina.
Woo!
Oh Lord.
Hey.
Oh
hey.
God.
I mean, it is what it is. There you go. I see you, Nut. I see you, Nut.
Hey, I actually plan on. I actually got Craig working on one for me, bro. New story, man. I got Craig working on one. And listen, y'all. I told Craig I was gonna do this. So while y'all having y'all Bears bro moment.
No, it's a Jackson State. It's the origin. It's an origin moment. See, it's all about the origins.
I mean, he got a point.
The Bears is where he went to. We just feel an origin moment.
Hey, man, when you're right, you're right.
See what I'm saying? We celebrating both. It's a kinship. It's connected.
We ain't got time for this hating the comments either. You know what I'm saying?
So don't.
I'm loving on y'all, but I promise you, right when I saw that, I said, Zoe is losing his mind.
And is. Woo. Guess what? So they don't hit the wire. Although the phone went up. Said look.
Hey, look, and I called him. And
yeah, whole conference call.
As soon as the news broke, we had a conference call. I said, this kid there calling me right now.
You know what I've been wondering though, y'all? I was like, it has to be more money than we even can imagine for them to give the money away that they give away. It has to be hell, this like we think if you can give players that kind of money and make that kind of trade, how much money are they really making?
All right, I want to show you.
There you go.
Hold on, y'all.
You hit the nail on the head.
So listen, y'all. I want to do this.
I'm looking.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
I see it.
Bring it over. Bring it up. We can't see it.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right, follow me now. This is Craig. Send me these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So these are all your options, and it's too many pictures to try to.
I got you.
So I'm gonna make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Oh shit! Nice.
Oh,
Ooh, I hate that jersey. But
I hated that one too, but it's actually pretty fly.
I got that jersey. It's actually nice when you put it on. You know.
But this is the Florida FAMU game we rolled out last year. First game, first in the spring. Shit.
So you can put any of the players.
You can put any player that you want.
Okay.
All right,
you can put your name on every shit.
and the name, the situation.
Don't
on the back.
Don't you put that on no damn jersey.
Situation.
Don't you put that on the back of no damn jersey. Don't you?
Yes, she got it. She got to put that on there.
Hold on. So these are the recent. These are Navy.
Okay. Those are the girls. Is that girls?
No, these are the jerseys, the blue and white retros that we just had played in. He just blew them up and put 00 on them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're unisex.
These are all samples. Yes.
Yeah, I got to hit him up. All right. Yes.
This is the red. This is the red jersey.
That's that.
Hold on.
I'm probably gonna be one of those. I'm gonna get a few. That's probably gonna be one of them. That red.
So
You know what? Okay.
So here's the gray jersey.
Okay. Shut up.
All right, hang tight. Here's the homecoming jersey.
Mm-hmm.
All right. These are some different types of jerseys. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen that one at the top. Yeah.
Retro.
Like it's like a hockey style.
Yep.
Is that where you guys got the Jackson State with Peyton name on it from?
Yeah.
No. I forget where I got this one from. But
so I ordered. I actually ordered.
But I'm gonna hit him up too, though, just to support. I'm gonna get a couple things from him. Definitely. So.
There we go. So listen, I ordered Aubrey Miller, Niles Gaddy, James Houston.
Okay.
Davion Wilkerson. I'm dead serious.
Right. I know you are.
I ordered Robert Brazile, Lewis Tillman, and Walter Payton. Now, don't steal my ideas, man, but I'm sharing them with you.
Well, every damn thing I got. Everything I got at the West Pole.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Hold on for 1 second. Can I make a public service announcement, please?
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead.
We need to get the algorithms up. So we would like for you guys to exit out of the chat and like and subscribe to the page. We have over, how many we have in here today on a Friday evening? We got over 350 people. And we're so glad that you came to vibe with us tonight because we love you because we're family. But could you please exit out and then like and subscribe to the page so it can drop and let people know that we are here on a Friday night. So again, if you like the vibe, go ahead on and subscribe to the KC.
That rhyme.
I know. Come on.
She got bars. Rap name, the situation. I'm telling you. It's rap name.
Okay. Back to you, Ken.
Oh, man, if you guys are, I appreciate that.
Ken, somebody wants to know Craig's selling info so we can support.
I'm about to post his business card. I told him I was going to do this today because he blessed me. I actually got a sweater with Ken Clark 1400 on the back too, man.
I think Jacket Slater was 77, I believe. 77 or 75, one of the two.
Jackie Slater. You know what would be a good thing for him to do, Ken? Like if someone doesn't know the number of some famous, how would they find out the numbers that they need? The worst thing you do is get the wrong number on somebody's personalized jersey.
Well, if you're going to go get a personalized jersey, don't get it without knowing the number.
Yeah.
like at least do that part. You know what I mean? Like he could do anything though. But like I said, and make sure if you're watching this, Ms. Granny, I hadn't checked any emails. If when did you send it? If I did, I responded to every email that I've gotten. If you sent it just recently, I have not looked at any emails at the moment. I'll look at it when I get off the screen. You can go to Craig. You can go to Craig Thomas on Facebook.
Okay, let me hold on right there. Y'all put IG, like old people like me, we ain't on IG like that, but we be on some Facebook in a heartbeat.
No, I'm actually about to post his business card now. That's why I'm looking down, so y'all forgive me. I'm gonna post it. I told him I was gonna do this, but listen, make sure you guys, when you reach out to him, you let him know that you saw this. You saw it. Okay, mention King Clark, and maybe a little discount or something in that thing for your boy. Oh, come on, man. Where the hell did that thing go? Here we go. Let me move this email out the way. And there we go. So you can shoot him an email at thejerseywave@yahoo.com. Let me mute y'all real quick. I got a lot of background noise. Hang tight. There we go. So you can email him at thejerseywave@yahoo.com. Cell phone number 769-231-5121. If you got questions, man, go to IG or go to Facebook. The right after his email is the Instagram. If you're not familiar with the logo, that's Instagram. And the @ means that in the search bar, you want to do the _ the Jersey Wave _. And on Facebook, it's Craig Thomas. So what you want to do is reach out to him. Don't text or call his phone unless you're serious about buying. Let's try the email and IG. So he definitely is a great brother, man. Does great work. The turnaround on jerseys is about 1 month. So I would just admonish everyone. If you are going to get a jersey for the spring, for the fall season, don't wait until the fall. This is the time to go ahead and start putting your orders in, man. You know, you get your money, stack up your cheese, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and reach out to bro and go from there. So there you have it. All right, y'all can let me unmute everybody. Y'all can mute your own phones if you can, because I was getting some background. Y'all got it, man. So y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. But yeah, shout out to Craig, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Okay, we'll take the card down, beautiful.
I'm coming. Oh, you can talk with your microphone, not the camera.
All this got to be slick. All of this got to be seen.
You gonna be seen?
Listen, ALB 225. Where you from?
Chi-Town, Southside.
Southside. You from Brownsville?
Woodlawn. Six. You know 6 Trey, Cottage Grove.
Cottage Grove. I used to be on 51st and Cottage, 50th and Cottage, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not me that's doing
that. My grandfather retired from the Cook County Hospital right there by Washington Park.
Oh, okay.
He's a chef right there.
So the situation, what's going on?
I'm mute. No, I ain't got no situation. I'm just I'm in such a good space today. So let me tell y'all my confession.
You are the situation.
I have a situation at my job, and I'm filing a lawsuit for where I filed a complaint for discrimination, and I've joined a support group for Black people. For my thing, we do it's a group therapy, and let me tell y'all something. I ain't know none of these women, but we all going through the same thing on different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow. I mean, all of us in different jobs all together. It's for everybody, but it's all women in this particular group. But yeah.
Miss Rochelle.
Yes.
While you're doing your filings, I don't know if you've been told or considered. Are you involved in the EEOC?
Yes.
In your complaint?
Yes.
Okay, I have another one that you can also do, and that's the HRC.
And what's that?
Human Rights Commission.
See, that's why we need to be talking about this kind of stuff. Now, what's
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you can utilize them, you know what I'm saying, the same way. It's like a double team where the EEOC does their part, but then you have those it's a human rights commission, you have the same type of violation. You can also utilize them. Also, you can even consider contacting the Attorney General in your state, and then even looking at possibly even any particular Congress person, you know what I'm saying, just to get the visibility, Now, I'm speaking as someone who I was back in 2007, after going and deploying to Iraq and all of the things that I went through over there in 2005, and the Air Force decided they were going to try to medical board me and in my career in 2007 before I was ready to retire. So I decided to fight, because the same hospital that made the decision, the base hospital that made that decision, were the same ones that penciled with me and cleared me to deploy to Iraq, where my left wrist was bad, and that's my shooting hand. And so I was on a military profile where I could lift more than 15 pounds, but you cleared and sent me to a combat zone. So when they decided to do that in 2007, I decided to fight back. So I am one that I put together a package. Nobody helped me. I just figured out what I needed to do. I got letters of recommendation. I pulled all my awards and decorations and included that and just went about doing the things that I thought I needed to do. Went to all of the different units on base as far as physical therapy and all these things that, I had done prior to me even being selected, which in my physical condition, as far as my dominant hand, I'm left-handed, there was no way that I should have been placed in that position.
Wow.
So when they decide that they're going to do that in 2007, I ended up, I wrote 2 congressional inquiries, which basically in the military, you basically can pick your congressman from your state. So I wrote basically, I want a senator, because I was still, my home record at the time prior to retirement was still Illinois. Okay. So I wrote 2 congressional inquiries, one to a member in the House, one in the Senate. And I also wrote I wrote to the Secretary of the Air Force IG at the Pentagon. Okay. So I did all of this and I put my package together in triplicate and I sent them out and fired them off, and put everything together and just put everything in there that I needed to include a redacted email to my mother because I had to explain to her, to my mama, like, I'm over here in Iraq and if anything happens, here's what you need to do. So I redacted that. I even included that, and so I'm one, like I said, that believes in, if you have to fight, and state your case, then, that's what you need to do.
I will. Thank you for that. Also, let's give a shout out to the Senate bill that failed. They can't mess with the water department at Jackson. It failed. It failed. Whatever that bill was that they tried to do, it died in the Senate. So
as it should have.
I know,
yes, indeed.
Like, good Lord.
Maybe the spirit of the team, having just been there at the Capitol, maybe that lingered, and it got up in there, and
something. Because I was like, good Lord. I was so glad. I said, good, we got one thing. So maybe prayerfully we'll have some water at Jackson, and especially when I'm in school. So that'll be a good thing. So I'm taking pictures of you sleep. I love you though. I do. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That game, somebody wrote, Nadal said I'm worn out. That game took a lot out.
Whew, it was, that was.
So we get chased by dogs.
Y'all going,
We go.
Okay.
Like I said, I just wanted to, like I said, to come on and rep a little bit, share a little bit,
Appreciate
and
you,
I'm
bro.
gonna go ahead and,
I'm gonna definitely
move on back.
The Human Rights Commission. I'm just gonna wait and see. I know they're supposed to give me an answer soon, but I do have an appointment with the EEOC, and
Yes.
it's a little bit bigger than they think, but they're gonna be in for a situation for sure.
Well, like I said, a lot of times, see, they don't count on us taking it that far and or knowing how to.
Yep.
They really, it takes them by surprise, because I can remember, when I did everything that I did, sending, going all the way to the Pentagon, and you figure at the time I'm a senior non-commissioned officer, I'm an E7 master sergeant, so they still wouldn't expect that. But I'm like, had I did nothing and sat back when they put this medical board through, my career could have been done in 60 days after they initiated that. So I had to go to work.
Yeah.
If I wanted to fight for my career, I had to go to work and do something about it. I wasn't going to just sit back and let the same people who made the decision to somehow pencil whip and clear me. I mean, I even had got documentation where the doctor that saw me for 10 minutes falsified a government document and put in my medical records that said I didn't have any injuries to stop me from going on the deployment. But I was able to get a hold of that, and I included that too. I wasn't supposed to be able to get a hold to it, but I was able to obtain it.
Public service announcement. Milton, I will be in the area of Milton, Georgia for 4 weeks. If any of my girlfriends out there that's in the Atlanta area, let's hook up for lunch. I promise you, if Zoe fall over, I'm gonna laugh. If you fall in the chair, I promise you, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh at you. I mean,
Zoe Phillips my dog starring as the fall guy. Don't do it. Colt Severs.
Kim, what you doing?
Listening, y'all.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. When does the portal open?
Huh?
When does the portal open back up for football? I didn't know they were saying something about Louisville got, so basketball players can get into the portal too. So everybody in the sport can get into the portal. Is that what y'all saying?
Anybody can leave. Yeah, anybody can leave and get in the portal. Yep.
Okay.
Anybody can.
Okay, because I was curious. It opens in May. Okay. The destruction of black civilization.
What you just said?
Huh?
What you just said?
He got his book, The Deconstruction of Black Civilization.
Okay, say it one more time.
Yeah, the deconstruction of Black civilization. Am I reading it wrong?
Hey, but I'm asleep though.
That is the deconstruction of Black civilization. That's what it says. So I ain't crazy.
It took you 5 times, but I'm asleep though.
Shut up.
Just another one. Just another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm still get to this one so I can read this one. So, but yeah, just another one. I have a few. So
I'm asleep though.
The reason I asked was it was talking about Louisville's basketball team in the portal. You just never, all the time you really hear about the portal is football players. I guess because out of all of the sports, football makes the most money for the colleges.
All right, good. I'm going back to the chat.
Wait a minute. So, did you see how much money they showed that those other leagues were making from the they showed what like the SEC was making in their TV deals?
Yep.
It was did you see that, kid?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
ridiculous.
I'm actually gonna pull it up. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
It was them and what?
So I got it right here. The Big Ten through 2030, $1 billion. These are TV contracts, by the way. Current FBS TV contracts by conference. The Big Ten has the lead with $1 billion through 2030. The SEC $811 million through 2034. The Big 12 is 380 million through 2031. The Pac-12 is, oh wow, theirs expires next year, 250 million. ACC 240 million through 2036. The American Conference 83 million and 300,000 through 2032. Mountain West 45 million.
Mm-hmm.
The MAC 8 million. Sun Belt 7 million. Conference USA 4.4 million.
That's crazy to me. So, Ken, let me ask you this question: when you say they get the billion, do they divide that evenly amongst the schools?
Yes, they split it amongst the teams within the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so big. That's why USC and UCLA is leaving.
It's moving to the Big Ten.
To go to the Big Ten. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some other teams that's going to leave and go.
Well, you know, the Big 12 reached out to 4 of them Pac-12 schools, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they did.
It was Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah.
So how is the Big Ten making more money than the SEC?
That's about the contracts that they can secure.
No,
I thought that Tennessee and
No, it's easy. No, it's easy. Look at the markets that the SEC is in. The Big Ten they're in larger, densely populated TV markets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The SEC isn't.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm asking you, because I'm really, when I saw
No, just think about it. Just think about it. Just think about the schools. Tennessee is in Knoxville. Ole Miss is in Oxford. Mississippi State is in Starkville. Florida's in Gainesville. Alabama's in Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Florida's in Gainesville. Now watch this. Ohio State, Columbus, Ohio, but it's by Cincinnati. Notre Dame got Chicago. Northwestern is in Chicago. The Big Ten is in bigger TV markets.
Okay.
With way more people.
Okay, thank you. But I was like, $1 billion. So they can do $1 billion, just think how much they make it. That's what I'm blowing my mind on. If they can give them $1 billion, how much is they making off of them people? I
woke up to answer that question, by the way.
That's crazy. That is, to me, when I saw the numbers, I was like, that's $1 billion.
Well, I mean, that's actually not like compared to, I mean, there's a lot of money in TV. Mm-hmm. It's about viewership. It's about it's really about like the gentleman that was on with She Loved Thee and Doc Holliday was talking about impressions. You know, how many people are actually going to look at it? You know, so they don't. The SEC have. I don't think ESPN is going to have any of that. Is it? I think it's going to be CBS, Fox. There's a conglomerate of stations that's going to participate in that. So
ESPN is losing out on it if they don't have them, right, Ken?
Say that again.
I say so. ESPN is losing out on it because the bigger stations got the stuff and not them. Like everything was on ESPN, but it looked like the main stations are getting them now.
They may not get them, but they got everybody else. So
SEC got a contract with CBS. Fox got Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then they also wonder how then this is why
I don't say Notre Dame got like NBC.
And is that money, because I'm thinking, will that money only go to the football program? But then that's what we talk about, how Black HBCUs are nowhere near that.
No. Power 5 is not set up like HBCUs. Their football program are not funding their whole athletic departments.
Correct.
Like I'm going to use Mississippi State for an example.
Okay.
Their football program funds their football program. Their basketball program funds the men's basketball program. Women's basketball fund women's basketball program. Mississippi State baseball program funds its baseball program and other spring sports. Their baseball program. So it's not even apples. It's something totally different. HBCUs, the football program funds the entire athletic department.
Right. Yep. Yeah, for sure. And that's the part people don't get. That's what I know of. I was like, that's the largest one. Because I think somebody was saying, well, it's selfish that Jackson State, the football team, have to share their money with the other things. I said, y'all have no idea what the budget is for HBCU. Like, how can we get better? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not.
But it's still tied to funding. It's still tied to funding.
Right.
You want to know how we get better? I think we should walk away from ESPN. And I know they've discussed that a lot of times. I know Yard Talk and a lot of other people that have looked at, like, I would walk completely away from it because it ain't looking like that. ESPN is a part of it. Like, how much would it be for if everybody invested in HBCU Go and, like, you know what I mean? Like Byron Allen. So Byron Allen, I hope he buys BET. Who's to say that he won't take some of that and use that towards HBCU back in the day? I don't know, man. Like, it's got to be intentional. Just like it's intentional to underfund HBCUs, this got to be intentional to change that. So the potential is that.
Wait a minute. Please, for everybody in the comments, eloquently state that statement you just said. Please say that one more time.
Which part?
About the intentions of underfunding. Please say it again.
Yeah, we're intentionally underfunded. Like it's like it is. So in order to change it, you have to be intentional about changing it.
They don't want us.
And then, I mean, like I said, we're so underfunded that a basic TV share, like shared revenue with the smallest, with the Sun Belt TV deal would change our fortune in the conference.
Wow.
Like it just, but that's what I'm saying. So there's some things happening, but imagine if this is the reality of it. Oh, I got one for you. I saw this on Twitter. It was like, listen, I don't know what the U.S.'s affiliation with these other countries and how it is, you know, like they go and send billions of dollars to like a Ukraine, right? It makes you wonder, like,
don't get me started on that.
No, but here's the thing. One thing, working in the industry that I work in, there are, you know, Ukraine is the world's largest supplier of what? Grain, wheat.
Yep. Yes.
So obviously it must be some way it's being affected. But that's a lot of money. Like, think about it though. A whole situation that's going on way over there ain't got nothing to do with us. If the U.S. really wanted to, they could take, like, imagine that amount. How much was it? How much was it?
Dude, we didn't sit there for billions.
14 or something like that.
14 billion. Forget all that. Just do one.
Look at some of it. A little bit.
I'm just saying, like, what does $1 billion split amongst 107 look like? Somebody do the math on that. What's 1 billion divided by 107? I just saying for the next 14 years, Michelle, we ain't got to worry about what they look like. No, give me the number.
My calculator don't even go up to $1 billion.
Good Lord.
I'm serious. It went.
You know what? You got a situation now.
1 billion. I think I went to. No, it went to 10.
Just do 900.
She just said it with the 10.
400
she just said it with the 10.
It went to 10 million, not 10 billion. It's not at 10 billion. But that's still that's $400 million each.
No, I just wanted just an example, man. Like, that's the reality of what we talk. All right, I got my calculator. Hold on just a second.
And you know, it's black, they'll never do it, but man, the money we are owed in our schools is.
Who calculated on? Mine do.
You said 1 billion. You said 1 billion, Ken.
Divided by 17.
107.
Is that 900?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is.
Shut up.
It's 9.3 million.
Yeah, I'm saying it was somewhere up there.
It's more than 9.3. It's 900, ain't it?
9.3, 9.4 million.
345 million.
All right, round it up. 9.4.
9.4.
9.3. 9.34 some shit. All right, listen.
Yeah.
If we got $9.3 million, just add it to our athletic budget to every HBCU in the country, that would completely change our
fortune. Number actually is higher because not every HBCU fund has football.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just using it as a hypothetical.
I know it.
That's gonna change. Like, I can't give you the number of how many HBCUs play football. Or just have sports in general. I'm just saying, like, an athletic budget. Dude, would you stop turning the damn ball over, man?
Lakers will be playing.
What are you watching?
I don't know why you want to do that to himself.
The Lakers will be playing.
But you know what else you think about is how people keep saying, well, you're alumni. I said, you just realize, well, we may graduate, what, 1,500 seniors a year or something? And that senior, how many kids, when we have a senior, when they graduate, how many seniors do we have in our graduation class? Do we have? I know when I graduated, it was maybe 1,500. That's not a lot of. I think they said we got 50,000 for some of the PWIs. They got shit. They have maybe 3,000 to 4,000 graduating in one class. I'm like, we are so.
Well, that's just how it is with the size is. When you're a small school, you know what I'm saying. That just happens. I mean, there's a lot of other small schools. Like I don't even with that. Like again, a lot of this is systemic. It's systemic. It's been going on for ages. And what has happened is that in the system that we live in the system that we operate in, there's not much you can really do about it other than the fact that it is what it is. So there are ways to elevate yourself within the system. You just got to tap into the right stuff and go from there.
So check this out.
But usually those that become the gatekeepers of change tend to sometimes look like us. So because they was able to elevate. And that's why so many go to PWIs, because it's like, look, they feel like they know that if they get that degree from that particular institution,
they got
it may garner them an opportunity.
Okay, so Fred just told us America has given $112 billion in 2022 to Ukraine. Now I just looked at Stanford just because I like Stanford endowment is $36.3 billion.
Yeah, that's an endowment is you can change your endowment, you know what I'm saying, but you have to be how many students does Stanford have? How many high paying careers, folks that leave Stanford, and you know what I'm saying, so it's a lot that goes into that.
For sure, their enrollment is almost 17,000. No, I was just looking at it though.
But one of the things that I like that Brother C. Lee came on, and we haven't had him on in a while, but you got to come back up soon. But one of the things he did mention was he talked about a thing called proximity, where they want to allow certain, us to have certain
programs,
curriculum, different degrees that we could offer due to proximity. Simply because of the fact that they may say, hey, we can't allow you to offer this because of, you're too close to this institution. He used Hattiesburg as an example, given that Hattiesburg an hour and a half from Jackson. It shouldn't be. That's bull junk. But just imagine if Jackson State had, what do you say all the time, Zoe? If Jackson State had a medical program?
Medical.
Imagine like how much of that would change our fortune. But why would you not allow Jackson State to have a medical program if they want to have a medical program? So what I'm saying is some of the things that block us is intentional, man. It's just like you can stay there, but you got to stay there the way I want you to be.
Correct.
It's not designed for us to have the equality, because if you give Jackson State the same thing you give Mississippi State, then Jackson State will overtake Mississippi State. I apologize to all you Bulldogs that don't want to hear that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, but if Jackson State sitting in the capital of Jackson, Mississippi, downtown, and if Jackson ever gets his stuff together and starts thriving and booming, Jackson State will be to the victor goes the spoils, right? So that's a lot of reason why Jackson is his own city, like his own little universe.
Yeah. In
essence, you know what I'm saying? But people want to label Jackson State based off the last 2 years in the recent unfortunate events that have transpired. And it's like, you just got here. And if that's all you think of Jackson State, and you too lazy to go do the research on it, and you don't really care, then we don't give a damn about what you think about anyway. You just a troll, or like Zoe say, a bot.
Listen, she say Forbes say HBCUs are underfunded by $12.8 billion.
When was that?
That's crazy.
When do you know when that date was? Says she, someone in the undoubtedly census. She wrote it.
Well, I'm okay with that number.
Right,
I'm okay with
12.9.
it. I do. Like Zoe say, I do you one better. Just give me the 0.8.
Listen,
and the 0.8 is 800 million.
That's crazy. Well, let me ask you this question. Ole Miss and Mississippi State is mighty close to each other. So you trying to tell me that neither one of them have any other same things like they always say? But that's why I find it hard to believe. Mississippi State and Ole Miss is right by each other. So you trying to tell me they telling Mississippi State you can't have this because Ole Miss got that? I don't believe that, Zoe. I don't believe that, Ken. I think they're lying to us. Because Hattiesburg is not close.
Absolutely, they lying. We established that already. It's all a big lie. So it's designed. Like, here's the thing, and nobody can deny this. Let's go back into the history, the annals of history, where you talk about, Tulsa, like Rosewood. When black people were thriving, and they found any example of why. To go and burn that down, all at the hands of a lie told by someone of a female of a lighter hue. That there's a lot of things in history that have come at the hands of that, right? But in that system, if you go and look at the history of what we know to be, that has always been the thing. You're talking about a community that's self-sustained, and that's some of the things that we all have desired to see within our community. Us look like, say, the Asian community. I saw someone sent me something on IG I thought was interesting. They talked about how you don't see any type of Asian restaurant. I mean, what does it say? You don't see Asian restaurant. Go ahead.
That was deep. What you finna talk about blew my freaking mind.
Yeah, like I said, they won't allow those. What was it? Restaurants, or I think it was restaurants.
He said that white people would not allow Asian restaurants into white communities. The banks wouldn't allow it, but they gave them loans in black communities.
Right.
They refused to give loans to black people, but they gave the loans to Asians, but they could only go into black communities. And so it was an Asian lady, and she was saying how black people lose double because the money that they're giving us as Asians is not being spent in their neighborhood, because we're taking it out of their neighborhood and taking it home. But they would not give them loans and let them put them. Dude, do you know how sick that was? That was, y'all, this thing is so much bigger than us. This is so much bigger than us.
Joyce Jackson, she just said a word just then.
They make up.
There we go. You should see all the recent bills is putting up dorms and all of the land grant money they receive. Well, I mean, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. Of course, the reality is this, bro. If we get the money, we gonna build it up, man. We definitely gonna have a whole lot of stuff going on.
But Conrad,
it'll change our fortune immediately. Like, honestly, you're talking about. So again, Rochelle, let's look at the enrollment. I mean, we could increase enrollment immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of ways you can go about it. You know what I'm saying? Even with like online programs, as far as but let's just look at housing though. Look at some of the things, some of the obstacles that are blocking us from actually growing.
Yep.
Big shot, boy. So
yes, they did.
Lakers fighting back, man. We up 1. Shit.
You is not giving up on your Lakers, kid.
No, man. I need them to hold it down while Bron out.
Okay.
Anyway, but the reality of it is that really that we could do a lot with more. It's the same as if you see someone change their own personal fortune, how you can do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit more extra change. You can fix your credit. You can pay off your debt. Imagine if you can pay off your debt, fix your credit, and have some money to invest, because it takes money to make money.
Correct.
So if you take that same money and invest it, I was talking to someone today and I was talking about the vet. I was like, if you want the vet, you gotta give me $250 million.
That's what I was going to say. Since is that ours? Is that the vet ours?
It's how long we there. And you can't make a leave.
They cannot make us leave the vet.
I ain't going.
Really?
Nah, I mean, so here's what I'm saying. I'm just like, the point of the matter was with that number, I was like, if I was to get 200 million, I would easily go and I would spend 100 on the stadium, and then the rest of it would go into investing into the school. I was at the campus today and saw that we clearing off that. They finally got that building torn down. So what they putting over there again?
Amphitheater.
It's nice, man. They leveled off the dirt, starting to look nice. I think it'll be real dope. But imagine if we could just, invest in the campus, man. We got a great campus, but it can definitely use a lot more, especially a new dorm.
Mm.
A whole lot of news. We could take that. You know what I'm saying?
With that.
Wow. I ain't gonna give up. I'm gonna keep believing. I'm gonna keep trusting. But without the housing, Jackson State can't grow. Ain't nothing they can do. There's no housing for us.
No, Jackson State can grow. There's places for Jackson State to grow. We're not landlocked like people think we are.
No, what I'm saying though, but if you have nowhere, like last year, they were saying kids were sleeping in their cars.
What?
Oh Lord.
I was gonna say bless you. I thought you sneezed.
I thought he did a sneeze or something.
Yeah, say bless you.
Sorry about that. Had a moment, man. I'm sorry.
I wish you could have saw your face. I'm sorry. What's the score, kid?
We have four.
Ain't nobody care.
We have four.
He cares. So what quarter are we in, Ken?
Fourth quarter.
I don't know why he doing it to himself.
I need some type of reprieve. Both of my damn teams lost today in Birmingham.
All three.
Academic and educated us. They use technicality that MSU is an agricultural school in Ole Miss.
See, Lee, come on up here, man. We need a little bit more perspective, man. Come on up, put a little honey on the biscuit, man.
I knew it. I kept on I know they were lying to us.
Hey.
What, Bye, Zone.
Good, bro. We out of here in 22 minutes.
I'm about to drool on myself.
Don't drool, because I'm gonna videotape it.
Nah, we ain't gonna be much longer. I was laughing at myself today with LaDon and the rest of the ladies. I was like, we say that and went a whole extra hour. Not tonight.
You just gave me you just gave me a coupon. I'm gonna redeem it on a later date, though. You just gave me a coupon.
I got nothing but love for you, Zozo.
I'm gonna redeem it on a later date.
Hey, Zoe, a Lakers fan, bro. Don't pay no attention to Lakers. I mean, Zoe. He a Lakers fan. Zoe been a Lakers fan since Magic Johnson. Don't fall for that.
I'm a diehard Lakers fan, man. But I mean, I know they suck. I mean, it is what it is.
We on a roll right now, dog. You gotta have faith. We in the play-in right now.
So you got one with faith and one with no.
But listen to me. The Lakers are gonna finish in the 5th seed. Watch what I tell you.
The fact that it's the Lakers and you say what you just said, oxymoron.
No, it's not. The fact that when I said it, they was actually in the 12th seed.
Don't matter.
Yeah, bro. Injuries. When your best player, not named LeBron James, can't stay healthy, and now that he's healthy and playing ball, hey man, it is what it is, man.
Okay. Enough of y'all Lakers. Y'all funny. Somebody want to talk about even they have all these different cultures in our neighborhoods. So based on what that Asian lady said on her TikTok, all of that is intentional.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
Did y'all see when Kevin Durant came back, bro, and he got hurt in warm-ups? And they just said he's gonna be reevaluated in 3 weeks. Like, God.
He out for the rest of the regular season.
How old is he?
30.
I ain't mean to cut y'all. Go ahead. Start back.
How old? Isn't it just time for him to retire?
No.
Okay. That's why I'm asking y'all.
Boy, deuces, y'all. Diablo, go Tigers.
What's up, bro? Bro, what's tomorrow?
Well, that's because Conrad. That's because the state of Maryland decided to do right by HBCU. All these red states ain't gonna do what Maryland did. Because let me tell you something. Mississippi got the money. They not even helping their own poor white people. So you know that they help Jackson State. But going back to what this woman said today, what the video that Ken sent me, it is strategic that they're telling these other immigrants when they get their money, but you can go into your neighborhood or black neighborhoods. That's why you don't see any blacks in our own neighborhood, because they're denying them that, but they're putting everybody else in our neighborhood. And that Asian lady said it. She said black people are suffering the most because our money is not staying in that neighborhood, is leaving. So all this stuff, y'all, is so intentional. It's so intentional. It's like it's over our heads so much. Like they really, I don't know. We got to be a mighty strong. We got to be.
I'm sorry. I just needed a dub tonight.
I know. I'm sorry. I know I give y'all cyber hugs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, that was tough, man. I was really planning on going to Birmingham tomorrow, man. I got to figure out. I got to alter my my travels or something. You on mute, Rochelle.
I was my stomach was hurting when she was doing that game. Oh, I don't take them games when that girl hit that 3. I was like this. Oh, and I just
college basketball season is over for me. I watched the Final Four or the Elite 8 or something. I ain't got no invested interest in none of it. I can't. Yeah, I'm done with it.
No, I don't think my big team will make money.
Even though they didn't win, but because we had a good record, they can be going to the NIT because they won the SWAC.
Now that I will watch. I will watch this playing the NIT, and hopefully we'll be somewhere where I could go watch them play. I can show up and get it.
What's the sites?
What's the qualifications to get into the NIT?
I think you just got to win your regular season. What somebody said earlier.
I ain't going no Birmingham to, much love and respect done, and ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna drive no Birmingham to support no UAPB. I said I hope they win from a distance. There ain't no effort going into traveling over there for that. Not an ounce of energy. My energy gonna be I might go back home or something.
Well, I hope that will be a trip if they played in Madison Square. So we're not gonna give up on them, but man, I
know they hurt, man. I know they hurt. That they didn't want to go out like that. That hurts, man. And then to lose.
Southern beat them at all during the season?
No, they beat them. I think we beat them by 7.
Okay.
They played us tough then, but still, I just felt like that team after they blew out the team they played the day before, and we struggled and we won. I just felt like it was going to be a close game. Okay. Them last few possessions is going to be heavily scrutinized and talked about because you feel like you could have done some different stuff. And I know Coach Reed she's going to look back at it and be like, man.
Coach C said the number 1 seed is automatic for the okay.
So we got basketball to play. I just need to know where we're going to play at, because if that's the case, I'm gonna go watch them.
Okay, well that's good. Thank you, Fred, for letting us know that. Yeah, that was somebody said that. I guess somebody said in her interview, one of the reporters asked her something, but she had a slamming comeback. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and see what she said.
I think that later asked her about it was something about the ranking or something like with the scheduling and all that, the strength of schedule. And it was something stupid. And she hit her back with a little classy answer, Okay,
I'm going to go back and watch it. Okay, well, their season is not over. They will be going to the WNIT. Okay, they got to come back. I think they may have some fire in their ass because I know them girls don't like what they feeling right now at all.
No, I just say
the team is it's
opens another door.
Listen, man, we got another class coming in, and she's gonna go out and do even more. And we're gonna make sure with this platform. So let me say this, man. Wow, this is an opportunity now. If you're watching this, I was talking to wide receiver today. I mentioned his name earlier. Y'all, that we can do what we want to do.
Yeah.
I mean that. Like, we can do what we want to do. And sometimes I would just challenge folks to just get behind the momentum train. We got momentum, man. We got a lot of momentum. Don't let this momentum die down.
Correct.
Don't get exhausted with the support. We need the support because what we're doing, we're trying to do some big things. And I really want to do some things for Coach Reed. And I want to be able to include every sport in what we're doing. But we need the money, man. We need to be able to. That's why we, partnering with Rochelle to get this nonprofit off the ground and really get it rolling, because we can take that to a lot of businesses that may be willing to throw a little something on it. You know what I mean? So if you're not already, definitely go ahead and let us know. Hey, Kaylin, what's going on?
Did you see what Sam Smith said about money circulation? He said money circulates only 6 hours in the Black community, 20 days in the Jewish community, 30 days in the Asian community. 6 hours for us?
Why is that? Come up and talk about it, brother. Like,
wow.
Like I love the chatter, but provide some context on it. Like, what does that mean, and how do we change that? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, because we don't see too many of us in our own community, and that's intentional.
Not, man. We gotta get in the mindset. You got caught toward looking at. No, I don't. I don't think that was as a result of that. I just think that when you're hunted for so long, and you just sometimes you want to just get that game. They if y'all don't remember, they won every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They was leading at the end of every quarter. There wasn't no looking past. That team played them tough. Now, I will say this, though. A lot of questionable things on the floor. I'm just like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, okay, I love this. Javon. Let's talk about it. So, Jada Walker, I don't know who that is. I got to do a little research. UK transfer would be nice in Coach Reed's system. I'm speaking it in existence. You know what might help with that? NIL.
Yep.
Few extra recruiting dollars. But somebody may say, well, how do we donate toward that? You looking at it.
You have to do it. Like you said,
the days of selective ambiguity is over with, man. We got to get active. We got to make it happen.
Listen, King, because like you said, the NILs wasn't meant for us, but we sure go play the game with them.
Yeah, they did hit big shot after big shot, man. And that's why after that second 3-pointer, ain't no way in the hell I'm going to let you shoot the ball again. You're going to be shooting free throws. I'm gonna use that. No, I'm just being real, man. Like I would have fouled him. You are not going to take the last shot on me, Rochelle. I'm up 2. And you can shoot a 3 and send me home? No, ma'am. I will take my chances in overtime. Either you're gonna gonna send this game to overtime, or you're gonna lose. But you ain't finna shoot no 3.
Yeah, I got you.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I know. I get it. I know folk might say, well, maybe she missed the shot. I ain't got a chance. I'm not finna give you the last shot, man, with my win or go home. If I hit 5.4 seconds to go in the game, I'm up 2. If they make a 3, I lose.
Right. So I'm going, yeah.
I got a foul to give. I would have fouled him. I would have said foul as soon as she crossed the half court. Yep. When she crossed the half court, go back and look at it. It was about
5.6 seconds.
When she crossed the half court, it was about 1.7.
I'm talking about on the last shot. I was talking about the one before.
About 1.7. I wouldn't have tackled her. I said that in my head. I wouldn't have got no. I don't want no tech. I'm definitely gonna make sure that she gonna get fouled. You're gonna have to take that ball out, and I'm gonna say it again. You're gonna have to get that ball in over 6'6".
I see what you're saying.
6'6" like this.
With arm bands of this, yeah, for real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Brother C. Lee, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead on.
This bed, let y'all have it. I'm gonna listen though while I fall asleep. Y'all have a good night.
All right, brother.
All right.
First of all, I'm trying not to be depressed, man. This to mess my whole Saturday up.
Mine too.
My wife
My Saturday
already
was
had,
definitely planned, man.
look here, man. We was gonna watch the girls at 1 o'clock, and then we was gonna go watch New Edition at 8 o'clock. She already got the tickets ready. So after this, I'm hoping I ain't crying when they singing "Can You Stand the Rain." I'm gonna try to hold it together. I'm
That's
trying my
tough.
best and just one more point on that. As bad as I feel, and you mentioned it, but I don't really think we'll understand. You know, we lost. People just talk about we lost. You know, Sister Williams Holiday, but we lost Daisy Rogan, who's balling in the pros. But we also lost Lamerica Sims.
Yep.
And we also lost Crump.
Yep.
And we had a lot of young people playing. And when you have a lot of young people playing, you get things like we've had the only thing that's followed us constantly is we had a lot of bad rotations on perimeter defense all year. And that bad rotations on perimeter defense, but you know what that is? That's playing young people.
You can't fail to rotate and not you can't do that. You can't lose the shooter.
Yeah.
You can't lose the shooter. And we lost them repeatedly. I'll go back to one play and I'll let you go and talk. Because we're gonna shut it down in the next 8 minutes or whatnot. What's up, Doc? Hang tight.
No, you good.
The young lady made a three in the corner. The guard is up top. She dribbles left. You have the ball defender. You have Gerard Covington covering the shooter on the left wing. This is the thing about basketball when teaching the game, you got to get the players to understand. You already have a back end support because you have Daphne behind you.
Yep.
If the young lady if she gets beat off the dribble, then I'll take my chances with my 6'5.5" center down in the paint. But what I'm not gonna do, I didn't understand the closing out and trying to like this. I'm gonna stop a two and give up a three. Right. You cannot do that. And she's on fire, bro.
Yep.
At this point, you gotta actually flip it. So when she penetrate, now I got to get out and just let her have the lane. That's how you got to think the game when you got a shooter. And it's just the constant losing the shooter. I've seen that a lot all season with both sides. You know, just losing the shooter just is mind-boggling to me.
Yep. And I don't understand. I've never understood helping off the three, but definitely helping off the three that has proven she can hit that shot.
Yeah.
Here's the stat that got me. Southern shot 50% or greater from three the whole night and under 40% from two the whole night. Just when you look at that at halftime, you go, we just gonna run them off the 3-point line.
That's it.
And but I'm just gonna attribute it to the fact that I think people really fail to realize how much we lost. And I think it's a credit to Coach Reed that when you playing people who I ain't gonna say not ready to play, but when you were expecting at least two other players to be there, I think that bad rotation and that youth really just finally caught up with us. So,
you know what you play?
Zone.
Why would you play a 2-3 zone?
Yeah.
You flip it, you play a 3-2.
Right.
You know why I'm playing a 3-2? Because I got 6'6" and 6'6" in the backside.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put both of them on the block, and I'm gonna have my guards defend the wing. Yeah. We're not giving up 3-pointers. If they're gonna beat us on the inside, and you shooting over my bigs, hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, we'll live and die with that.
I'll take that. I'm just saying, in the Steph Curry era,
yeah,
I don't understand for the life of me losing a 3-point shooter. I ain't even listen. You can face guard her. Because I played tough nose defense. I just come from the boxing one era. I come from the face guard.
Right.
I remember this. I got rest in peace to brother Justin Reed, man. I'll never forget this. I transferred to Madison Central out of Merle. We playing against Provine at Madison Central. Justin Reed's on the team. You got I don't remember everybody that was on the team at the time, but Justin Reed was a Danny Dozen superstar before he's going to Ole Miss the following season. This is our senior year. First half, bro, I caught fire. That's the one game that I wish when I stole the ball and on the fast break I pulled up with from a 3 on the fast break and the whole gym said woo and I missed it. I didn't make it. I missed it. That's the one shot I wish that I could have made back in the day because that would have just took the roof off of it. And it was close.
Right.
Like, oh man, this is the big bad Provine. They called a timeout on the last 3. I did a fadeaway. I bagged them down, turned around, fade away, hit the shot. I had 16. Listen to me. I had 16 in the first half against Provine.
Wow.
I finished the game with 16.
Wow.
You know why?
Yeah, what happened?
They ran a boxing 1 on me, and Justin Reed literally face guarded me, and his face was in my chest.
Yep.
Let me tell you what I did. I wouldn't even go past half court. I'd just be like, I'm gonna keep him away and make it 4-on-4. Y'all gotta play 4-on-4 now. They completely took me out of the game, and I was irrelevant the rest of the night. But this was a lesson learned. I learned it. Matter of fact, that was one of the things that transpired to me that taught me how to play defense.
Right.
So I was like, Joker hitting on me, you ain't catching the ball, bro. I'm gonna just face guard you from full court. You got to be in some shape to do that. And he was strong. And like I said, shout out to bro, man. Rest in peace to Justin Reed, man. And that was a memory I'll never forget. I'm dead serious. I had 16 in the first half and finished with 16. I'll never forget.
Wait a minute.
The Lakers are up by 12.
Wasn't Justin Reed like 6'8", bro?
He was 6'6".
6'6".
Wow.
Yeah, he was 6'6".
And he face guarded you. They did a boxing 1 on you.
Yeah. It was well, I mean, the pressure. We was playing with house money, man. This was Provine, bro. This was
I know about Provine.
This was the best. This is one of the best teams in the state that was winning championships under Coach Brent, and we were sub 500, bro. Madison Central football school. Now I know Isaiah Spencer and them and some of the teams in the past have kind of changed that narrative a little bit, but nah, bro. At this point, I don't even think we finished my senior year with a winning record. Actually, it was just that tough because it was so competitive. With Merle was tough with Mo Williams and Jimmy Boykin and Ariel Thomas, Dr. Drake, and Derek Ivory and what I'm saying, that all my brothers that I wound up leaving. But then you had Provine that was tough as hell. Then you had Lanier that was the juggernaut. James Thomas, Darius Wright, Solomon Forbes. The list goes on and on and on. Derek Melton. All the cats I grew up playing ball around, and the city was brutal, man. Then you go to Wing, Big Dupree, and and a whole host of jokers, man, that was on that side of it. So Forest Hill was tough. The city was tough.
I'm about to say
Callaway with Rail Jones and Charles Thomas and all them cats, man. Like it was something, bro. So I could have went to Callaway. I know my boy wanted me to come, but we wound up playing together at Holmes Community College in our sophomore year. We won state. Jarrell Jones, Sandrell Spann, who played with Provine. Sandrell, my teammate on Holmes.
So
go ahead.
Sam Smith got some points, and I would say I'm with you on 2 of those 3. On your first point, Sam Smith, I get what you're saying, but if you look at the play, Coach Reed actually had the proper play called. It was a curl. It was a curl play with a screen action for Bowler to get the ball because they wanted Bowler to shoot those free throws. What happened was when the inbound pass was made, Woodard either forgot the play or didn't know Bowler was behind her and jumped up and got the ball. That's how Woodard ended up with the ball to be at the free throw line. But the play was actually drawn up for Bowler to get the ball. So, and your other two, your points 2 and 3, you're right on. And they had the perfect play. Sometimes you know coaches can draw up the perfect play, and what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say panic because I'm not going to say would panic, but sometimes when you throw a ball in a player's direction, their natural instincts take over, and the natural instinct is to catch the ball. And when and if you throw a ball, and that's football, that's basketball. You know, my sport was baseball, and as a shortstop, my mentality was anything I get my glove on, I'm gonna get. And I used to have second baseman tell me, "Hey man, don't come over to this side of the bag." My argument was, me coming on your side of the bag, I'm going to it first anyway, so it's more natural for me to get it. So, you know, but you have to understand who's covering and all that. So yeah, so I'm with you on that. That would play hers. I want to switch right quick and then I'll come back. Okay. I want to ask. I got it's a request. It's a crazy request, but I want either you or Zoe or you guys on Tiger Talk to do a show or a topic if you think it's worthy. All right, and hear me out on it.
Mm-hmm.
So for the past 2 years, the other schools, the other 11 schools in the SWAC, with I think no evidence whatsoever, thought they were going to actually beat us. You couldn't convince them, right? People were saying, I remember that second year, that Jackson State was going to lose 4 games. People put in the chat. And so I couldn't understand why these teams thought they were going to beat us when we had the best quarterback. We had a good recruiting class, but they were just really certain that they were going to beat us. And no one could give me any rational reason. So now let's flip it. And so from an X's and O's point, what separates us from looking at our recruiting class and looking at our coaching staff with our turnover, being confident from an X and O standpoint that we think that we're going to have a winning season and that we're just not being irrational like those folks were the first 2 years? And I know that may not be something you prepared to answer tonight, but I'd just like to hear.
Mm-hmm. I can answer that now.
From an X's and O's point, because that's one of the things that I think that people really love about you and Zoe is that people really come. I mean, you guys do a great service, but I feel like sometimes you guys really don't know how much people enjoy y'all X's and O's. Mm-hmm. But go ahead if you. But I just want.
Well, one of the things I would just ask them is you got to look at what was lost. I've always said that we're going to go as the quarterback position go. You have to look at so here's what I would say from an X and O standpoint. You have to look at the makeup of the team. We lost a lot of bodies. We turn over the coaching staff, but we bring in a really good offensive line coach, Coach Jason Onyebagwu, from Northern Illinois, rising star amongst all ranks. So we're going to switch from an air raid style offense to now we're going to go more of a spread RPO style offense. And you're going to look at Maurice Harris, who comes in and coming from under Hugh Freeze, who he was the offensive coordinator co-offensive coordinator, but he was the offensive coordinator with Hugh Freeze at Liberty. And you have to go over and look at Liberty. It's a balanced attack, very complex offense. A lot of the players are really excited. They're talking about this offense right now. So what it's going to do is it's designed to apply a lot of pressure on defenses. It gets rid of the stupid football, I like to call it, where you obvious 3rd and 1 and you pass. That's stupid football, especially when you got a running back that rushed for 1,000. So ask yourself what stayed. The skill position is what it is. Wide receiver position. If you look at what went out the door, everything that exited, you see some form of replacement of it coming in. Right. We beefed up tremendously in the offensive line. Now, granted, the thing that has haunted us the past 2 seasons is we had a subpar offensive line coach.
Right.
Where you can you know, the time when Otis would get in there, from what I was told, you know, the players would respond a lot better with Coach O than they did Coach Markinson.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we got better, you know, with Zach Bro coming over from ULM, Evan Henry coming over from ULM, Devin Hayes coming over from Florida Atlantic. You had Willis Patrick coming from San Angelo. Angelo State. I'm sorry, and he's off.
It's the same thing.
He's off to TCU. Tyler Brown, first team All SWAC. He was off to Colorado. So that leaves you with what stayed, right? Evan Henry still in the bowl. We replaced the center. So you bring in a new center. We brought in some big bodies. The reason why we go big on the offensive line, that's an indication that we're going to actually run the ball a lot more than we ran the past 2 seasons, which we'll get a lot more closer to the style of, think of that, the Destry Wright, Carlos Knight years, right?
Yeah.
Smash mouth, but we're also gonna
Throw the ball.
We're also gonna throw the ball, and so this is what I would say. You know, we don't know who's going to be the quarterback, but we do know that our quarterbacks are going to definitely, they won't be asked to do what Shedeur did. So you can't, so to even compare them, it's kind of a disservice to them, because they're doing something totally different than what he was being tasked to do.
Right.
Big offensive line. And we got, in my opinion, the best running back in the conference. I know you can say Jarvion Howard. I like that kid too. At Alcorn, but Savion was in certain situations last year where he would be doing his thing, and then they just all of a sudden would go away from him.
Right.
All right, so we had 7 running backs in the room. So, you know, we lose Tito, you still got JD Martin in the room. You still got you just look at what we brought in. You still got Savion, you still got JD Martin, you still got Caleb Jolivet. No, Caleb Jolivet, I think he's gone. But you bring in an Irv Mulligan, running a different running style.
Right.
Add a little bit more of that. But you look at the depth that we'll have at the wide receiver room. You still keep a Trevontae Rucker. You bring in big bodies, even though Shane Hooks leaves. One can make the case, okay, Shane, 600 passing yards, whatever, 50 receptions. How many fumbles?
Right.
Dallas Daniels is huge, you know, losing to Dallas Daniels, because Dallas Daniels was Mr. Reliable, right? But somebody's going to emerge into that. Like I said, the skill positions is fine. Now, this is what I would challenge. You say, what? Offense, sells tickets, right?
Right.
The defense wins championships. Trust me when I tell you, if we could have had a better showing of the defense in the Celebration Bowl, we'd be holding that Celebration Bowl trophy. We couldn't stop them. They did what they wanted to do. All right. So when you look at the cornerback position on the defensive side of the ball, they started half the season. K5, Keevrick Wiggins, and Jalen Hughes. They got starter reps. Those are going to be my penciled in starters, and somebody knock them off. I know we got a lot of youth there.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the D coordinator that came in from Alcorn, who ripped us a new one when we played Alcorn. They absolutely annihilated our offensive line. The front 4 did, and Doc is sitting right here. They can attest to that.
Right.
So we ran a 3. We was running mostly a 3-3, 3-4 hybrid last year.
Mm-hmm.
I see us running a 4-3. Possibly 4-2, 5-2. Just depends on how we want to go. So I think you got a bigger Niles Gaddy who's coming off the edge. You add a Phillip Webb from LSU, former 4-star that's violent, nasty. You got a stronger Antonio Doyle. You got a stronger Devontae Davis, a stronger Jeremiah Williams. The defense is going to be nasty, man. You get what I'm saying? You still got a Geronte. Now, this is all depending that none of them hit the portal. You got a Geronte, you got a KJ Arrington. I'm gonna give you a name on defense that I'm telling you to be on the lookout for. Alan Walker, man, linebacker, transfer from La Tech.
What I was told, he was nice.
from what I was told, that he is better than one of the players that would have been the star post Aubrey Miller.
Wow.
So what we would have had, this player right here, is bigger, faster, stronger. So when you put a player like that, a JJ from what he transferred? Was it Pearl River or was it Jones? That was Jones.
Oh,
A faster Keontae with better hands. So my point is this: the safety. The safety position is the most fun position, because I was told by TC himself that Keydrane Callaghan, man, is a dog. That's the man with the dope fro, the Cornell West. He got the whole little situation going on up there. His hair is his strength, but I'm telling you, at safety, him, Issei is Guthrie. So I'm just saying, our defense is going to be. There's not going to be a lot of drop-off. See, this is the thing that makes us great this time around, C. Lee, is that a lot of people are anticipating us to take a major drop. And the actuality is, how do you drop when you, even though you lost a lot of bodies, you still had the #1 HBCU recruit signing class?
Exactly.
17 3-stars. How many 4-stars? You bring in an Isaiah Kendall, Batman, Christian Sia. The list goes on. I don't have all of it in front of me, but I'm just saying, all they got to do is jail. You bring in a new strength and conditioning coach who is really getting these boys. Did you see that picture the other day? They had them boys on defense. Them boys look like action figures.
That was insane.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, man. So the point I'm making is that
You're gonna be all right.
You got a team with a chip now. You got a team that's doubted. And I'm just saying, I look around the conference too. It ain't look like they got a whole lot better. Who gonna beat it?
Right.
That's true.
The only one that keeps saying is FAMU. That's it. But
and that you
I
said
ain't worried
something.
about FAMU. I don't care what they do. Like I said, FAMU ain't beat us since LeBron James was a rookie.
Right.
He's about to retire.
I just do a public service announcement on this during Ken. Ken is the biggest. I was like, he know content. Like,
I'm just saying, I'm just talk to me about football.
No, Ken, you went down the whole entire team. You said you was a nerd. I'm like, this man know every freaking person on the position. I was just sitting here in awe. So
hey, Ken,
I ain't even mentioned Savin McGee. Right. I ain't even really broke down the O-line. Like DeAndre Towns Blue, in my opinion, is going to be a starting right tackle. That's just my opinion based off of the film and what we see.
Right.
You got you know what I'm saying, transfer from Minnesota. We bring in freshman, Big Quay Davis, who we going to interview on Tiger Talk. Like I'm saying, this 6'7", 6'7", 6'8", 6'6". You see what I'm saying? Like all offensive linemen in the strength and conditioning program. You'll see it when we had a spring game. We only about a little over a month away from the spring game where you actually get to go see some of it. Then you got 3 quarterback options. 3. Not one quarterback and a bunch of kids that ain't got a snowball chance in the middle of the Sahara Desert to play.
Right.
There's a real quarterback competition, and like I said, if you got 3 quarterbacks, you ain't got some coaches feel like if you got 3, you got none. But the reality of the matter is, I don't see the drop off, in my honest opinion, from the football that they played. Zai McDonald, Phillip Short, Jason Brown. So, go ahead.
Hey Ken, I was going to say when you was talking about the defensive backfield on the safety, you was talking about Sayers. You got to realize, you forgot. Buddy was a FCS All-American at Delaware State.
So he's still an All-American. He just got to get on the field. He says, in my opinion, is a star, man. Now, granted, they got to go do it, but look at what's going to help them. See, this is the thing you got to understand. All right, from an X and O standpoint, just so y'all realize this, do y'all realize that Dennis Thurman did not really run a complex defense? It was simple. I'm going to out-talent the hell out of you. We're going to run a press man, and we're going to apply pressure to your quarterback. Good luck.
Right.
That was our defense. Now you got a defensive coordinator that is specialized with defensive line. He got a whole plethora of weapons on that defensive line with depth. And we bringing in more defensive linemen before the season start, post the spring. I'm just telling you, man, the D line is where it's at. We're going to stop the run, so you're not going to be able to run on us like talking about it, and we're going to apply pressure to your quarterback. And we got stars on the outside. So the defense, I think, is going to be the star first part of the wave. But in the end, all the offense got to go do is put up some points and don't blow the game. But I think this defense is going to be arguably one of the best defenses we've seen. And I know it sounds like, oh man, Travis played 5 games, y'all.
Right.
We didn't see Travis Hunter like that.
Right.
Honestly, when we did see Travis Hunter break out, okay, he got the pick 6, but he was an offensive star.
Right.
So a lot of he won that game on offense. Now the pick 6 was dope, but people really didn't care about the pick 6 because he got 4 passes caught on him for deep balls that the dude just didn't score. So it's kind of like when you hear about Travis Hunter, a lot of people say he's a better wide receiver than he's a cornerback. You give or take, but think about it like this: you got a young, fiery DB coach. Then you bring in another safety coach, a DB coach that from the NFL ranks. So I'm just saying, Darius Webb, you bring in the staff that you have. This is a hungry staff. And then you're talking about that Jackson State swagger under Coach T.C. Taylor. You talking about Coach Otis really is no longer just a recruiting personnel. He actually touching the players again. And you know what type of motivator he is. You see what I'm saying? A developer. You know what I'm saying? I just think this team is going to have a much different mindset. They locked in. They're going to be more focused. It's going to be more about the team and less about the reality TV show that was under that. Now, we won because we had a ton of talent and we had a great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We did. And because of that, I'm willing to go out on a limb right now and say, if we didn't have some of the distractions that we had, that team would have even been much better.
Right. There were some distractions.
Just saying though, we saw a lot of things that was extremely unconventional for a team to have to endure during the season.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Just saying, man. That's the stuff, Doc. You're gonna feel me on this.
Yeah.
That stuff that we were seeing is the stuff that scared the hell out of you as athletes because you do not want that team to get distracted.
Right.
No.
Right.
It was fun. It was dope. Now, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying they were able to overcome it, but that's the stuff that make you say, "Woo."
Right.
We was more used to the 0 dark 30s, get off the cell, but ain't no all that posting during the season. Put your phone down, get locked in. We don't want nobody in the locker room because the locker room was distracted. But under Coach Prime, the locker room is must-see TV.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different element. So for them to thrive under that, but I'll say this right here, somebody ain't gonna like this. Somebody ain't gonna like it. But I ain't got to say who, but I'm just saying. There's a lot of players that tell you that they didn't feel like they was being developed. I know.
I can attest, bro. I feel you. I feel you on that, Ken. No, for real.
I didn't say they weren't running drills. I'm talking about there are some players that was like, bro, I was coached better at high school than I was here because I never really was getting the development. I know, man. It don't say Ken hating, y'all just trying to take a shot at. No, I'm not. It was a shock to me when I heard it.
Yeah, I can believe that.
So what do you think is gonna happen when over half of that same team is in the room and they are getting developed?
Right.
It's gonna be
just trying to tell y'all, man.
It's gonna be nasty.
Just trying to tell y'all, man. We got a lot of superstars on that defense. And then here's the other thing. There is no. I just think the star is gonna be the team now.
Yes, right. You said something powerful right there.
It's gonna be.
And another thing is you got a lot of kids. These kids want to be here, man. That's important. So I think the pride of it is gonna be a little bit more. It's not gonna be some. Because a lot of people came to Jackson State because they wanted to play for Coach Prime. They didn't really.
They didn't care
about we could have went to Tuskegee and all people played for Tuskegee, and then they were like, man, we're gonna go D2. We're gonna play with Coach Prime because it was the lightning rod and the draw that is Deion Sanders, and that's just who the man is. He has a gravitational, you know what I'm saying? He's a lightning rod, man. So. It's different when you really when you really want to be somewhere.
Right.
It's different, man. So
you said something last season, and I want to phrase it right because I want to keep all this on X's and O's, and not that I care about the people lurking in the back looking for something they can run back and go tell, but because I ain't got but one daddy, so I don't care who you tell on. So you go tell whoever you want to tell. You said something last season though. You said everybody get up for Jackson State. But what happened if Jackson State get up for somebody?
I think you're gonna see that.
And you can correct me if I'm getting the number of games wrong, but I only saw the team really get up for 2 games last year, and that was the Alabama State game and the Florida A&M game. And I'm seeing Sister Stamps' quote in the chat, which she says that all the guys you named definitely want it. They talk about it each day. And so I want to phrase this properly because I really want to be an X and O thing where somebody can say you taking a shot at whatever. I always saw that, and you know this as an athlete, you much better athlete. I was a mediocre athlete, emphasis on the mediocre part. But when you step either on the diamond or on the court or on the gridiron, there's got to be a little bit of nastiness in you. There's got to be a little bit of, I do not like this person. And I never saw that. And I guess my question is, how much of that has to be developed by coaching staff where just like the other team is getting up for you, you have to be getting up. It was almost like they knew they were more talented. And so there was that extra nastiness that you needed or that extra oomph that you needed. I only saw it 2 games out the year. Or am I just wrong on that?
Oh, you wrong on the games?
Yeah, well, just wrong on that. They only did it 2 times, and I didn't see them do it much more after that.
Let's go through it. FAMU, we definitely got up for that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of talking in the offseason about y'all only won by 1 point. So we beat the hell out of them game 1.
Right.
Yep.
Who did we play game 2, Doc?
Game 2 was Tennessee State.
Tennessee State.
Okay, so Tennessee State was a tough one.
Right.
Tennessee State was brutal. We just they got up for us and we responded late.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, Ken. When we played Tennessee State last season, if Draylon Ellis didn't get his block knocked off like 10 times in the whole game, the game could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, it definitely could have went. Yeah, it could have went. I mean, we didn't score a touchdown to the end of the game, bro. With Willie Gaines over in the back end of the end zone, we did a lot of that game. I think the FAMU game was a recipe for why we went the way we went. We really thought so. We was believing that this man, we looked like world beaters, man, versus FAMU. But then when you get to Tennessee and now you're challenged,
right?
And then the next game was who?
Grambling.
They came out tough. We wound up separating in the second half, and then who was next? I don't know. I'm just saying that.
4th game was
Valley.
It was Valley. Yep, it was Valley.
Same thing. I mean, it was. I mean, we off to a 4-0. We Alabama State. I didn't. Shit. I thought we got that game was tight, man.
Yeah, we got punched in the mouth in that game.
Yeah, they was that game was tight.
Right.
And we pulled away toward the end, but Shador was off. He wasn't the O-line. Like it wasn't. It was just it was a lot going on that game.
He game planned for that one right there. Basically, knocking Shador off the spot where he usually want to be to throw the throw the ball at.
Yeah, to me, the game we got up for was Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah.
Like we got off to an amazing start. And that was because we sucked bad the previous game, but we won. So we won ugly a lot last season. Like we was inconsistent. But I think again, when it gets down to it, I think that you're gonna see it's gonna be more of your conventional football team where it'll be less of the stuff that the people come for and more of we come for the football. Now we did get up for Southern. That is true. We got up for Southern.
Yeah, we got up for Southern.
That was an HBCU game there. I know it rained. We dominated them. We balled out. You know what I'm saying? We won.
They wanted it. I think they wanted to get up for the Texas Southern game because everybody kept saying Andrew Body was better than Shador. They wanted to see that matchup.
Yeah, but it's all subjective, really, when it comes down to it. I just think that I'm not taking nothing from a team that went 12-0 with a chance to go perfect. You know what I mean? It was very, very. I thought the Celebration Bowl was. We all know what the team was dealing with. They were a shell of themselves.
Right.
And that team was gutted, man. And not only was it gutted with some personnel, it was gutted emotionally. Shador went out and did what they needed to do, but the stars showed up. But the defense was gutted, man. Especially knowing what they had to deal with prior to leaving with them. It's hard to understand why your coach that's walking out the door playing two sides would make the decision to sit your first team all swag defensive end.
Right.
Over a meeting that he said he was late. And I know I saw it on the pivot where he said he sat Shiloh.
Yeah.
Because he has a rule. And I respect that, whatever, cool. But bro, you was getting on a plane heading to Colorado right after the game.
Right.
You wasn't proving no point.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter at that point.
It didn't make no damn difference. That came off as spite.
Yeah, it didn't matter at that point. Like, bro, you could have just played the man. Like, don't play.
I wish he would have not cared some. Just don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, man, you want to play? All right, let's play. You know what I mean?
Or you could have did like this, Ken. You could have said, well, if you was late, you're not playing in the first quarter or in the first half. And then come back in the second half.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because now it's like you like when you get to the Celebration Bowl, after you done told the team that you know what I'm saying, you bouncing out to go to Boulder, you got what, three of your defensive linemen went into the portal. And so you was depleted on the defensive line. We didn't have that same rotation.
You had 5 defensive linemen in the portal.
5 defensive. Okay. So, but
actually, you're right. We had 4. I'm sorry, 4. Because True Thompson didn't make the trip. Don't know why. And Niles Gaddy was suspended, so we was down 6 defensive linemen.
And you don't have that rotation. So what can you do? They getting gassed up the middle every time.
So the hell will.
And I do want to be corrected. I agree. I think we also got up for Campbell. I forgot about the Campbell game, and I think that last touchdown that Campbell got late.
Yeah,
the game looked closer than what it was. But I don't want to take any credit from Campbell's quarterback too. That dude was,
I don't. Yeah, Malik Williams, man, was real deal. Like I don't want to take nothing from none of it. I don't want people to get it misconstrued. We won. They earned it. It was what it was. But if you want to compare my thoughts on this, I think you're going to see a lot more of your conventional dominant JSU football this year. I really do, because you got to look at the leadership. You don't have to worry about the messaging being misplaced. Not that it was under Coach Prime, but I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be more personable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Your head coach played in this conference for this team.
Right.
I don't think you gotta. We know what that FAMU game means because we've seen it the past 2 years. We know what's happening with South Carolina State coming out the gate. We lost to them in the celebration. Last time we played them, they beat us. They dominated us. But if let's say we go to Texas State and we 2-0.
Right.
Going to San Marco.
Yeah.
Why not? How come we can't beat them?
Right.
And it's not like they can't. It's not like, to me, with that Texas State team, it's not like they're going to be all world beaters either, because they pretty much are, pretty much starting off from scratch, even though they got a coach.
They got a good quarterback, and I mean they'll build their whole line. Like we have to go out and really apply some pressure, man. It just depends on turn the ball over or whatnot. Randy, what's up, man?
What's happening, y'all? How you feeling, man?
Randy,
what's happening, man?
What's going on?
Listen, man, I think you all are going to have a better season all around this year. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be more of a togetherness.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You guys are going to be deeper. You know what I mean? Quarterback play is going to be the most important part.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Especially running that offense for the first season. Brand new offense, but I see great things, man, for Jackson, bro.
Yep. I'll say it this way. If Jason Brown, y'all keep in mind, Jason Brown, after he interviewed with us on Tiger Talk, had a scheduled visit to go to Southern.
He didn't make
I know for a fact that some people in Baton Rouge was planning to have him in there. I know about the chat, y'all. He was added to the chat. I got a little nugget, but I ain't gonna go. But anyway, he didn't make it.
Right.
And if he was signed with Southern, everybody in Baton Rouge would have been like, "Oh yeah, we winning the SWAC."
Right.
That I do know. But somehow when they put on the Jack State uniform, they just lose. They lose stars. They lose some football acumen. They lose some intelligence because what they have to overcome is the notion that it's a built-in anti-JSU. I ain't gonna say agenda, but that's just a mindset of a lot of people that they just automatically. Man, see, it's amazing that people are saying this now. C. Lee and Randy and Dr. Michelle, because even with Deion Sanders, even with Shador, and even with all those players that we talking about, they still talking about what games we was gonna lose.
Right. Yeah, and that was my point right there. Yeah. It was amazing that after technically his second year, and people were still coming into that third year thinking that you guys are going to lose 3 games. Like I remember people saying we were going to lose 3 to 4 games. I just kept trying from an X and O standpoint. Like make me understand it from an X and O standpoint.
But it can't. You got to see it. You have to see it. Like I think it's going to really. We got a month and a half. There'll be some practices. We got to see it happening. We need to see some balls being thrown. We need to see some. We need to see Savion hitting that hole again because people forget that. If you telling me that I think our offensive line is going to be night and day better than what we saw last. Not that it didn't improve from the previous year. I just think they're going to be better developed. Yes, we got them an offensive line shoot. They got a rock star of an offensive line coach with another O-line coach that's coaching the tight end. So you're talking about 2 O-line guys. Right. He coached tight ends. He coached O-line. He coached O-line. He coached tight. You see what I'm saying? They both have dual functionality on that particular side of the ball. We might see 22 personnel, man.
Hey, got a question. You said, wait a minute. You said in the secondary for the secondary coach, we got 1, right? And then you brought up a name, Ladarius Webb. Are we talking about the same one that Ladarius Webb played for Baltimore?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Hey, Ken. Plus you got a running back, a big back this year too, right?
I already mentioned him. Irv Mulligan. Even when I interviewed Irv on Tiger Talk, Irv told us that he was graduating in May. He wanted to finish his degree from Wofford, and he'll be here after the spring. So he locked in with us, and he's a violent runner. He had an injury, but now he's I think it was an injury that he mentioned. It was something to that effect. He didn't play the last season, so he wanted to get his degree. He'll be back in the pads, and he'll be ready to roll, man. Kid is a baller, man. You put him next to Savion with the other backs that's in the room. Right. I mean, we got a wealth of backs. Then you talking about a big O-line, man. Big, nasty line that's running with a lot of bodies, a lot of depth on the O-line, double-digit depth, so.
Right.
I don't see how you can take a dip because the wide receivers, the skill positions are extremely high. You know,
and I'm gonna tell you, Ken, like like another thing is that special teams. Like if that guy is, if the next guy is anywhere near Mata, I mean,
well, Mata didn't really. Mata kicked a lot of field goals inside the 40. G Baby had the strongest leg, along with Luke Jackson coming over from Southern, who had a game winner versus Alcorn. I mean, I will be fine at the kicking.
All right, well then
from a
that's
kicking.
all you want to need.
Yeah, we my thing is who gonna be
quarterback and special teams.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine. I mean, quarterback and special teams. I think we're gonna be fine in that regard. I don't see. Rico Powers is the star of the wide receiver room, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I look at Brandon Johnson being a red zone.
I was talking to him tonight, man, and he's a big kid, man. He's a really good kid. So you lose a Shane Hooks, you bring in a Brandon Johnson. I mean, it just you still got
and plus Rucker's back there.
Yep, you got Ruck, you got Seven McGee, you got Rico Powers, and the list goes on and on.
Right. You're straight, man.
We building on that, and then you're talking about the young man, that Antonio Gayton that comes in from Pearl River. You're talking about, just a wealth of talent. We got some stars, bro. That can make some shake, man. Some good route runners, and I just think, bro, you're gonna see some special football played this year at Jackson State. I don't know why people are counting us out. It's unbelievable to me.
Well, that's why I wanted, like I said, that's why I knew that, because you're and that's credit to this platform that you were willing to help put out fires, and so you always look at serving a bigger need, and I appreciate that. But I think sometimes we get lost in that you guys are bona fide X and O people. I think that
we're gonna feed a lot of that, C. Lee. Trust me. Because I understand the urgency and like the like when you have a turnover like the way that we saw it, people are gonna want to know. And me and Zoe have this saying: we take our blue and white glasses off.
Right.
We see it. We're gonna speak on it. We're like, the old line. We gotta get better in that area. So I don't know. We just got to go see it. We know we have the pieces. We have this. We have a talented coaching staff.
Right.
And I just think the development side of it is just going to increase the strength and conditioning. We're not going to take a dip. Okay. Mo Sims out the door, in come Coach Beef, and they look damn good to me. And he's on social media. He's a personable guy. Coach, Maurice was low key. You know what I'm saying? Really in the back. But he doing his thing. The objective is to get the job done. So.
And look what he did with Coach B when he was at Tech under Coach McGuire, who was in his first season as a FBS head coach. Who spent most of his time in a high school ranks.
Yep.
Look at what he did with that Tech team. They was horrible in 2021. Horrible. Like they were horrible. And then you see when Coach McGuire came in and he brought him in, it's like night and day. It
definitely was, man. You still got the assistant strength and conditioning coach. I forget his name again, the one with the dreads. I'm looking at his face, but his name slipped me. It's getting late, but but I wanted to mention this other thing. We have a star wide receiver coach, RJ Fleming. I didn't mention his name. We have a quarterback coach with Quinn Billerman that played quarterback under Coach TC, who is the head coach, with Maurice Harris, who is the offensive coordinator, who has a great O-line coach, great tight ends coach, great running back coach with Coach Brandon Morton, who stayed from the staff. But that's the thing I'm talking about. So every single position on the field has designated positions.
It's covered.
Yeah, right. Everything's covered. So that's critical. And I just think you're going to see a high level of football, man. I'm telling you. This team, I'm going to give you one word: cohesion.
Yeah.
This team is just talking to the players, man. I talk to the players a lot, and I ask them simple questions. What's the difference? They're like, man, You go back and look at the video for K5. He was like, "Man, TC got us focused." And trust me, TC here to chatter.
Right.
Man, been waiting all this time to get the job. He got his dream job at his university, and I can assure you that he's not finna let this opportunity slip through by coming out and not having his team prepared. Oh, they gonna be prepared. It's Gardale. Yeah, good. His name Goodale. Who the hell is Gardale? I'm messing with. I'm joking with you. It's Goodale. Charlie Goodale. Yes, he is.
So two more quick. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's Commissioner's nephew right there.
Yep. Go ahead.
So two more. And I'm not asking a better or worse question. I'm really asking like different style. What the new strength and conditioning coach that we have, can you, with whatever you can tell, because I know you are, can you talk in a little bit about the different style? Do they have a different style? Because I know, as you know, there are different ways to get in shape and do kind of those kind of things. Do you know if the new strength and conditioning coach is radically different than the old coach, or are there some similarities? Because I guess I'm wondering, like, because I know that Coach Taylor was saying that he thought the team was a little stiff, so he brought in some other things. So do you know how either aligned or how different this program is from the previous strength and conditioning coach?
Well, I think the beautiful thing about this one is that he's building on what was established and he's putting his twist to it. So Mo had an arduous task of trying to lay a foundation because he was, in a situation where them guys had never really been, trained that way. So now you get a guy that comes in that's talking about having fun in the weight room because they know that the weight room. Then you talked about the stretching and the flexibility, and you just I look at their bodies. You know what I'm saying? And we only can speak to what we've seen. You look at the energy, you look at the bodies, you look at the way he speaks to it. You look at the results. He is a high energy guy. He is, you know what I'm saying? You can tell when he's doing this, this is who he is, man. He loves this, you know what I'm saying? And the players get into it. I love the video that they put out dancing, you know what I'm saying? Defense brought it and then they jumped in, so they have fun in the weight room, man. They really get them to buy into it. And then you just look at the bodies of the young men. You can tell that they're getting stronger. They have the condition, they have the nutritional piece of it that comes to that. So I don't think there's going to be much differences. I just think that everyone has their own philosophy and how to get there. So you got one destination and multiple roads with different speed limits, but the goal is to get to that destination. So I think they do have different styles, but I think we're just getting started. So I think we're fine in that area. I think we're about as healthy as we've ever been. Even Coach Mo did great, because one of the things you didn't really see a lot of happening, you didn't see us cramping a whole lot last year. You know what I mean? Like it looked like we was able to finish games without being too fatigued or whatever. But I think this team here is going to be stronger. It's going to be more flexible like Coach. This team is going to be tough, man. It's going to be a tough-nosed blue-collar team because the team takes the temperature of the coach and the ones that are leading it. And I'm telling you, these guys are intense. The wide receiver coach, intense. You see what I'm saying? And they all got camaraderie. They really enjoy working with one another, the coaching staff. This is a great staff, great strength and conditioning program. And that's why I said cohesion is going to be the biggest thing. They hear the chatter. They know what it is. They know what they're up against. So I think they're using that as fuel to motivate them to get that work done. When they don't feel like doing something, you got to keep in mind what's being said outside and what people are expecting from us.
Right, bro. I'm gonna say it just like this. People talk. They say, "Well, y'all not gonna be good. Y'all not gonna be as good as it was last season." He gone. All the glitz and the glamour and the luster that you had from the previous 2.5 years, it's all gone to Siberia, America. But if you look at it, it's just it's like taking a car, right? You take a car and you know how people you know, hood dudes, they want to put the rims and system and paint all the stuff on
All the
there.
bells and whistles, yeah.
Right, but you don't really have to do that now. You can take the car and be like, look, the main thing that a car needs to have is an engine. You know what I'm saying? It's the motor, because that's the lifeblood of a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So you bring in, you know, like I said, you got TC coming in and he got his whole connection.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like you just basically just fine tuning the car. And
That's it.
and it's not like because don't get me wrong, it ain't like he saying, well, forget what Coach Sanders was doing last season, but I'm gonna take a little bit of what he did,
Put his own twist on it.
and put his own twist on it.
Right.
And you see what the finished product gonna be once after, you know, you'll see it on the spring game, and then you'll see it in fall football. When you know, when fall camp start, you will see the main pieces be put together, and you got your team right there.
But
So,
you know,
go ahead, Randy.
You know what? You know, it's just what I think. I think if anyone knows football, right?
Yeah.
Jackson's going to be more dangerous this year because there's zero film on this team, right?
Yep.
You're deeper, coaching staff hungry. You know what I mean? It's like they won't be able to prepare for this team. You know what I mean? So you're in the perfect spot, man, to like literally run the table.
Well, here's another thing I add, and then I'm gonna get your last question, C. Lee. When you have 3 quarterbacks in the room that could actually start, don't go out there and suck.
Right.
Right. Don't go out there and stink it up.
Right.
And pull your card.
They're telling you, like that type of competition, real competition, like it didn't make no difference what Shador did last year. Everybody knew he wasn't coming out of that game unless he was hurt.
Right.
What happened? He could do 5 in the set. We've been like, all right, bro, let's just come on, shake it out, dog. Let's come on. He wasn't coming out. It just wasn't happening. We knew that already. That's a whole different ball game when you got somebody, back there that could do what you do. So you're gonna be a little bit more locked in, a little bit more focused. You're gonna make sure you are. And he did it. He did that. He had a record-breaking season, and he's a really good quarterback. So my point is, you have that. You got a Herb Mulligan that can run that thing just like Savion. But I think Savion is gonna do what he do because that's just who he is. He's a baller. But this is what I want to say too. Like you got not only do you have a Savion, but you got Isaiah Guthrie, who a former teammate. So I'm just saying the camaraderie in the room and the wanting to be there, it matters, man. It matters because y'all feel like y'all playing for something. And now these kids have embraced the love that Jackson gives it. They love it, man. Like now I said tonight, it's hard to leave Jackson, bro, because of the amount of love that we get. It's hard. You ain't gonna get that same love. So when you have these kids that want to be here, man, and they want to feel that love, they gonna play a lot harder for you. CD, what's your last question?
Yeah, and actually, I just wanted to address something that Sister Rochelle said about the bill not passing, the bill to take over Jackson's water.
All right, we'll close it out with that. Go ahead, you got it.
So technically, it's not that the bill didn't pass; it died without a vote, and that's an important distinction, and I'll explain why. So the 3 bills that were pending, well, now 2 now, right? The bill to take over Jackson's water, the bill to create appointed judges rather than we elect them, and the bill that allows people to easily remove the officials that we elect in Jackson. What became clear to the Republican collective is that Mayor Lumumba had one card. He had one card to play.
Okay.
And that is, once y'all pass these bills, make them law, we're going to file suit challenging the constitutionality of them. And everybody knows how the votes are gonna go, right? You file a bill, and there can be 2 or 3 places. So if the first case happens in Hinds County, we'll win that one. Then it'll go to the state Supreme Court. We'll lose that one, right? It's not about fairness. It's about voting and who you put on there.
Mm.
I mean, you have to understand that's what it is. So we know that the first. So let's say if that bill would have passed to allow them to take over Jackson Water, we would have filed a suit for the constitutionality of it. And if it would have been locally, we would have won that one. Then it would have been appealed. Then they would appeal to the state Supreme Court. It may or may have not gone to another appellate court before it got to the state Supreme Court. But in the state Supreme Court, we would have lost because the state Supreme Court has more of their appointees than ours. Then the question would have been, what would happen in the Supreme Court? And that would have been just anybody's guess, because even though it's a conservative court, on say what we call culture issues like abortion and right to life, gay marriage and those kind of things, the conservative court has been leaning conservative. Mm-hmm. But on other issues, particularly just issues of other kind of state policies, it's been kind of 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. So the combination of them not necessarily knowing what was going to happen at the Supreme Court level, and the fact that the Biden administration, and really Benny Thompson pushing the Biden administration, they had come out and said that, well, we're going to do everything to fight whatever you could do to take control of the city's water. So it's important to know that the bill didn't die because they still had the numbers to pass it to go into law. In fact, they were ready to vote on to pass it into law. They just decided we don't want these problems now, because the lady Yates, who actually authored the bill, her last comment on it was, I can always bring the bill back next year. And that's why it's an important distinction to know that it wasn't defeated. They simply let it die without a vote, which means it can be brought back next year. But also, they understand that Mayor Lumumba is using the one trump card that we're gonna challenge the constitutionality of it. And to make it real plain, most people don't know they've actually already passed a bill in the law taking the airport from Jackson.
Damn.
Technically, they can take the airport. Mm-hmm. The problem is, if they try to, Mayor Lumumba has made it very clear, if you try to execute that, we'll tell us what day y'all want to meet us in court. And it's the same case that's in, what's the city that the Carolina Panthers are in?
Charlotte.
Yeah, that they had the same kind of place. They had the same kind of place. They had the same kind of case, rather, but their case has been in for 10 years. And essentially, Mayor Lumumba said, the racist white people over there, they got 10 years of law money. The state of Mississippi ain't got 10 years of law money. So his willingness and the city's willingness to go to court on that is what caused that bill to die in committee. But I think we have to make that distinction that it died in committee and it wasn't defeated. And they just decided, it's one of those Ken where Ken decide, well, I can take Seeley's now laters and Tootsie Rolls. I mean, I'm big enough, I'm strong enough to take them. But Seeley may get in a couple of good licks, and the good licks he may get in may not be worth the now laters and Tootsie Rolls, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I see Brother Damon, but how can they do that, though? How can they just do that just by passing? Well, I mean, that's the whole point, Brother Damon, is that we live in a constitution that says we're a nation of laws. And so since you live in a constitution that's a nation of laws, 2 things always happen. One, you pass a law, and then after somebody passes a law, the other side can challenge that law to see if it's unconstitutional. There's one of the rights in the Constitution says that Congress cannot pass a law abridging the rights of the citizens. That's a very important. It says Congress cannot pass a law abridging the rights of the citizens. So every time there's a law passed, and you think that law is not fair, that's the precedent that you're going to use. So what we were going to use was that law abridges the rights of the citizens of Jackson. That's just the system that we have. And also let me make it even more clear. Airports have to be approved by the state legislature. You have to get like an airport charter. The legislature have to say you have to have an airport. Now, here's what that means. If an airport can approve, if the legislator can approve your airport charter, they can also take your airport charter. Also, let me say this. Cities have to be approved by state legislature. So if a state legislator can approve that you are a city, guess what else they can do?
They can take it away.
They can take away your right to have a city. That's how, when people annex, that's how Byron became its own city, because the legislature, they sued to be their own city, and the legislature granted them the right. And the city of Jackson's problem was, when Byron got granted to be his own city, they were still on Jackson utilities. And if I'm not mistaken, not only were they on Jackson utilities, Jackson had actually just built up their police force. So you were on Jackson utilities and your police force had been built up by technology and money. And then you decide, oh, we want to be our own city now. And the state legislature, they went to court, Jackson sued, because Jackson's position was, which was right, if you allow Byron to become a city, then you're going to landlock us and destroy our ability to expand in that area. And just for no reason whatsoever, because there was no real reason to grant Byron Township. Now, the funny thing about it is, when they did that, Byron was overwhelmingly overwhelmingly white. Now, and I don't know if it's been 10 or 20 years since they've become a city. Now they're no longer overwhelmingly white. That's just that's one of those things that, we say, white people can run, we're right there. But, for the most part, Byron was always considered South Jackson. It was like South Jackson extended. So, so when we say, how can they do these things? Well, when you're a system of laws, you just pass a law and then you wait for somebody to challenge that law. And I think that's the other thing that we need to understand, is that these three bills are not just because they want to colonize the city. These three bills are also just because they want to create chaos. Right. Think of these three bills as an offense shifting their schemes and running motion. Sometimes the motion is just to see what the defense is in. Like the motion so sometimes they your enemies propose bills just to see what defense you in. Just to see what is your capability to do that. And so that's all about just creating chaos. So so that's where we are now. It died, doesn't mean it's over forever. And keep in mind, the other two are not dead. And that's the other thing, is that what we have to understand is we have to get out of the mentality that we're going to one day fight our last fight and everything is going to be good. You have to understand that if somebody used to oppress and enslave you, they're not going to stop until they can oppress and enslave you again. And we have bought into the Hollywood fantasy that Black people fought the good fight, white people changed their mentality, and now we live happily ever after. When the state of Mississippi changed the state flag, I wrote published an article in a couple of papers, and I basically said, what good does it make to change your flag if you don't change your sensibilities? And I got roasted. Black people roasted me. Black people were like, you just bitter, you just don't understand change. Well, okay, now, after so many years after changing the flag, and they trying to take your city, how my article look now? And that's because we have to get out of this mentality that one day this fight will never be over. Now, I always have to preface this when I say I'm not as religious and spiritual as most people, but when there's good information, there's good information. So if you are Christian or Muslim or Jew, your Bible tells you that you do not fight against flesh and blood, you fight against principalities. And what you're fighting against are principalities that manifest themselves in the physical. So white supremacy is the physical manifestation of spiritual evil. And if you understand that white supremacy is the spiritual manifestation of evil, then that principality of evil is not going to stop until it destroys God's kingdom. And if you understand that the devil is the liar, right? That's what he is. He's the great Satan, is the great liar. If you didn't understand that is his spirit, is the spirit of being a liar, the spirit of being a seducer, name me one liar or seducer that's ever stopped.
That's a good way.
And so what we have to do is start just accepting that the struggle for first-class citizenship is never over, because someone else is always trying to make sure that you are a second-class citizen. And so I'll stop there. But I just wanted to come in and just let folks know it's not over and what the bill is. And, you know, that's what we need to be. Sorry, I went longer than too long. I know we were trying to.
You're good. You're good. That's what we're going to stop it at.
I love y'all.
All
Where
good.
you been?
I'm just in like, y'all listen. I be like, they really, 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 really love this school. We're gonna be all right. But I just get educated. I think I know something. I don't know nothing about Jackson State.
Hey, one thing I do know about Jackson State, this live is over. And I love y'all too.
Y'all later.
We're gonna call this one tonight. Y'all be
Good night,
good,
y'all.
man.
All right, so.
Peace out, everybody. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. If you'd like to become a supporter of the channel, you can leave a cash donation if you like. Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, whichever makes sense for you. Become a channel member. We greatly appreciate the support, man. Thank you for everybody for coming on tonight. It's been a great night. See you guys on Monday, man. Till then, go Tigers. D.I. love, baby.